What is going on, guys? This is not Joey Bada Bing 22. It's Drew of Profit Monsters. You guys all know who I am, but I'm ready to get back to listing. I'm going to eat a sandwich real quick because I'm hungry. And then I'm going to get back to work. I hope you guys are still listing, still working. It's only 11 o'clock. The night is young. Only mailmen go to sleep this early. So let's go. Let me know if you can see me. If you're in the chat, let's go. Thank you already to Pacific Northwest Picker for the super chat. Let's go. Finally live. Let's go. I don't normally go live that much because I'm usually on Joey's channel and then everybody else has a live sometime during the week. So I don't normally go live, but I'm happy to be live. Flip the world. Thanks, my man, Chris and Stacy, for the $4.99 super chat. I'm going to eat my sandwich real quick and then I'm going to get listing part due. Let's go. Frugal Monster, Pearl is Precious, Hot Mess Hustler, G Jasso, Mike, OG and Z, Angry Mom Flips. Thank you everybody for coming over and hanging out. Sorry you have to watch me eat. I'm ready to work, baby. I'm ready to clock in. I don't really do these lives much without somebody else. So I got my water with lemon, baby. Let's go, Joey. Good night. I love you. Jay Wonders. I hope you are having a great night too. Thanks for stopping by. Hitting me with the eBay ad before the show. Now I got to watch. Angry Mom Flips. Now I want a sandwich. Cody, what's up? Paul, I love you, buddy. Your shirt is actually the shirt you picked up for me is in the wash because I've been wearing it. So I love that shirt. All right, Chris, sounds good. We can do something like that. Oh, hey, Joey Bada Bing 22. Nice to see you in here. All right, let's list this we. Thank you, Paul, for the super chat. I appreciate it, my man. Debbie, hi from Virginia. What's up? How many people we got in here right now? 49 people. Let's go. 49 people on the late night listing. That's what I'm talking about. Putting in work. Doing what you got to do. I love this stuff, man. I literally love what I do. I love listing. I love working. I love putting in the work. Got the AV cord. Oh, I need the sensor bar. Shoot. Where is the sensor bar for this? I know I got it, but where did it go? Oh, it's in that bag. It's in that bag. Should be in this bag. All right, it's not in the bag. That's okay. I have an extra one. I have an extra one right here. How convenient. All right. Let's see in the chat. I missed most of Joey's live because I was testing 2 Wii's and games I picked up. Nice, Cody. Retro Game Star. Hi from Vancouver, Canada. Just got my office set up and I'm doing some evening listing. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Jamie Wisnant. New. Let's go. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. It's so quiet. I'm used to watching you list while Joey talks. I'll try to keep talking and listing, or I can put the link in the chat if anybody that's listing wants to come in and chat. I would be happy to have you in the chat. I just got a $20 offer on a pair of shoes I have listed for $39. So I'm going to counter at 30. West Coasters. When you set up your gaming chair, did it have a strong new smell to it? Mine did not have a strong smell. No, not at all. Thrift and Flip, my man, with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Designer Duds Junkie. Hey, Drew, I should be listing. Now I'm just watching you list. That's awesome. Carissa, hi from Hawaii. Let's go. 5/17. So getting my listing done after my normal job. That's awesome. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, and I plan on taking my wife there one day. You live in Florida. We are going next week. Yes, I am in Orlando. Missed all of Joey's due to a volleyball game, so now I can actually list. Yeah, Paul is killing it. Had 60 sales this weekend. My man is killing the game. All right, let's list this Wii. Pretty simple. Wii with 2 controllers and all the power cords. Pretty plain and simple. Should be able to get what, somewhere around 89 to 100 bucks for it. I paid 20 bucks for it at the flea market with Dalton. I'm sorry. I don't even think anybody is a mod. I don't know. I never go live, so I don't even know if anybody is a mod or not. I think the only person that's a mod is maybe Joey. I don't know. I can't see because I'm looking at the what you call it? I'm looking at the StreamYard. So I can't see if anybody is a mod because it doesn't show me unless nobody is a mod. Let me pull it up real quick and just look while I finish my last bite here. Yeah, I think it's just Joey that's a mod. I never go live. Does the Wii have the GameCube ports on the side? You mean like this? I'm pretty sure all the Wiis have that, don't they? There's a slot for Nintendo GameCube memory cards. I thought that was all the Wiis do that, though. Am I missing something? This is just the RBL 001. Should just be the regular Wii model. Wii RVL-001. Gonna list this sucker right now. Yeah, it looks like I can get about 100 bucks free shipping with that. I normally list them with games. So, well, maybe not 100 free shipping, but let's see. I really don't want to go into the shed and pull any games, so. Well, there's one for $54.99 free shipping. What the heck? With the cords and everything. I guess I got 2 controllers, so. I usually list Wiis with games and then just bundle them for like $120 or so. What do you guys think I should list it at? Let me know. Probably going to do $89.99 free shipping. I don't think that. Actually, I think I can bundle it with something that I have right here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do this actually. Let me find these wheels. Shoot, where did I put those? There we go. I was missing Mario Kart the other day for a bundle, and I was missing Mario Kart for a bundle, and then I put it out the other day that I was looking for it, and I had 2 different people actually reach out to me and send me a Mario Kart game, and then I bought one on Facebook Marketplace, so now I have a few extras, and then I got these Wiis when I was thrifting in, or these wheels when I was thrifting in Texas. I got 4 of these, so now I'm going to just, I think I'm going to make a Mario Kart bundle here, and it should sell pretty fast. So let's try this, see if it works out. Let's make it nice and pretty for the listing. Let's put the power cords away from the wheel. We got the Wii. Let's set that up. We got the controllers, the sensor bar, and then the power cords right here. Yeah, I think that looks good. Sorry if I'm missing chats here, but if you guys want to see what I'm doing right here, this is my setup. So pretty much it. It's pretty simple. I just use this right next to my desk. I got these wood shelves from a bookshelf that was being thrown out. I just took the shelving units off of the bookshelf. I found #TrashArmy Chris, and yeah, I just use those now as my background, and I love it. So Robin, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Let's go, putting in that work. Yes, ma'am. David, what's up, buddy? I was just talking about you. I hope you're doing good. I miss you. I miss seeing you. So now I have to be live because you're not. Well, not really because you're not, but I needed to get work done. So I just told Joey, it was either this, go live, or watch Netflix and list by myself. And this is way more entertaining for me to have people to talk to. So that's what we're doing. I hope you're well, though. Nice to see you in the chat. With Mario Kart 2 controllers and wheels, $175 free ship, says Lori. I don't disagree with that. But I think it'll sell faster than just a blank Wii. So we are going to list this. I'm going to bundle. I was going to do 2 different listings, but I think you're right. I think I can get... Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think... let me fix this just because the lighting's weird that way. Do you guys think I could get more money with 2 separate listings, just the Wii and the Mario Kart with wheels, or 1 listing? I feel like it's kind of like the Rock Band stuff. If you sell the drums and the guitar separate, you get less money. But if you put them together as a bundle, it's more money because it's just more convenient for people to be able to get everything in one bundle. So I'm going to relist this here. With the controllers, Baby, and Mario Kart. Let me open this and show that it's got the game and the manual. Shout out to all of you guys on this live. All you West Coasters, it's like basically dinner time for you. Let's take a couple of pictures here. Wii with Mario Kart. Now I have to talk so much while I'm listing. $199 free shipping, tested. Nice. $219 free shipping, $139 plus shipping, but that's only 1 controller and 1 wheel. It makes your console sell faster. We cannot see how you lay it out. Yeah, my camera angle is not really going to be able to get it here, but you can see that's probably the best way. And I'll show you my picture as well, how I did it. So hopefully this helps. This is what my listing is going to look like. If it doesn't focus, let's see if it'll focus. There we go. So that's my listing. And bundle for sure. Bundle. I see a lot of bundles. So I just feel like this is too dark. I don't really think... I mean, do you guys want this angle to see what I'm listing? Or do you want just me with my background? What do you guys prefer? Because if you want to see what I'm listing and how I'm doing it, I'll leave it like this. I just feel like it's kind of dark. Like, I can't... It just doesn't work with my setup. but let me know what you guys prefer. All right, so let's go to solds. Probably be better if once I get someone in the chat too, but people are saying they like the angle. All right, cool. Let me see if I can. All right, I'll just leave it like that for now, and we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. So, all right, let's list. So it's going to be a little bit harder for me to see the comments, but whatever you're most productive with, I like this, and we know what it looks like. We know what you look like. All right, well, that's cool. Let me turn it just a little bit more because you guys don't need to see like my scale. So do I use a special light bulb? I just use cool white day bulbs. I've got the ring one right here, and then I've got the main cool light. I got this from my grandfather's house when he passed away, but you can find these like movable. This is just nice because I can move it wherever I need to get the right light and move it out of my way and stuff like that. So, and it just takes up so much less space than the ring lights and all that stuff. But not a lot of breaks over the last couple weeks. All right, David, I'm glad to hear that you're still alive and doing good though. But good to see you. Yeah, Mama with a Camera, that's a great sale. You had extra games in there, which I don't have, but still crazy. So nice. All right, let's list this. Let's add all these pictures. House sold in 3 days. That's amazing. Congratulations. The market's doing really good right now. So Giancarlo, what's up? Thrift Daddy listing Calico Critters. Retro Game Star, I'm just listening to the audio. Okay, cool. Hope you guys are being productive and getting some stuff done. I'm going to list it for $199.99 free shipping and see what happens. I'll accept offers and hopefully it'll sell. It's probably way overpriced, but I mean, you never know. The fact that they're getting everything in one bundle, we'll see. I'll do free shipping on this to try it out because I know there's going to be a lot of Wii bundles and Mario Karts. Putting free shipping will move it to the top. So instead of listing it for $150 plus shipping, $200 free shipping, probably way too high, but we'll see what happens. All right, that is listed. And I think I might cross-post this to Mercari too, actually. So let me take that, copy paste it. Just packed up a Rock Band drum set. Nice. Already did 4 listings since you started. Hurry up. All right, Paul, chill. Chill. I had to eat. Okay, I had to eat. And you're probably listing like video games where you only have to take pictures of front and back, sir. Okay. Okay. Mario Kart. Okay. I'm cross-posting this to Mercari. I probably should put it on Facebook Marketplace too. I might as well. We'll see where it sells first. Paul, are you cross-listing? Huh? Jody said, Bob, what's up, buddy? Hi, much love. Okay, good night. Bob Dabra, I'm coming to see you. Let's go. I have the same type of light. Mine's on a stand with wheels. They're great. I'm also listing new tags Hot Wheels, so it's not fair. Yeah, exactly. Taking like 2 pictures. So we got 76 people in the live. What's up? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Josh Garris, what's up, buddy? My man Josh Garris. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to turn this over just a little bit for a second, just so that I can say hi to some people, check out the chat, and then when I get to my next listing, I'll change it again. So, Josh, what's up? Wayne, Bob Dabber, you better be listing, boy. Making sure I'm not missing any comments. Jamie, thank you. Elmer's, okay, thrift and flip, whatever you're most productive with. Katie. Okay, so I think, Jeff, eBay Addicts, what's up, buddy? I knew I was missing a couple people up here. So, nice. Jeff, I hope you're doing well. April said, hey, are you back? Yes, I'm back. So every time I see your light, I feel like I'm at the dentist. That's true. All right, let's list this on, finish listing this real quick. All right, I might be getting Chris Flip the World up in here. Talk some trash life with Flip the World. Let me finish this. Why is it taking me so long? I'm offering free shipping. There we go. I'm going to post on Facebook Marketplace too, just for the heck of it. I think it'll sell fast, so we'll see which platform it sells on the fastest. You guys will probably hear some dead space on this live because I actually list. So I'm actually working here. But I'll have Chris in the live too, so we can chop it up. Come on, Facebook, work with me. There we go. Facebook's been getting a little bit pickier with like all their description requirements here, so. All right, let's go. Let's go. I do like that Facebook added UPS ground, though, which is really nice. They changed their shipping, which is really great. What emoji are we spamming? We'll see. Does anyone deal with Sony Handycams? I picked one up today with a few accessories, but no battery. Tim Osborne to Thrift is the man for Sony Handycams. Hit him up, and yeah, he's the man for that. For sure. All right, that's cross-posted. Let me put this away and get something else up on the listing block. We'll hear some cha-chings, hopefully. Yes, I sure hope so. That would be awesome. I think that bundle might sell on Facebook faster than it would on eBay. But we'll see. Facebook's been a little slow. All right, I'm gonna get this GameCube. All right. So this was from Facebook Marketplace earlier today. Sorry, I didn't mean to block you guys with my chair, but so I picked up, for those of you guys who didn't hear on Joey's live, I picked up 3 video game consoles. Yeah, it's already cross-listed. I picked up 3 video game consoles. I picked up a GameCube, a PS3, and an Xbox 360. On Facebook Marketplace, I paid $175 for all of it, and the GameCube was the black model with the original memory card, and then these were the games I got for GameCube. So we got Mario Party 7. This should sell for about $70 by itself. And then I'm going to bundle, I think, the rest of these with the GameCube to try to boost the sale, because most of them are probably like $15, $20 games, something like that. Not even. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, Dave Mirra, BMX, Spider-Man, and Cars. So nothing special, and most of these are, except for Mario Party, thankfully, but most of them are missing the manual. So I might keep the Tony Hawk's separate. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Mario Party is definitely getting listed by itself. Got the manual and the game, and it's super clean, like no flaws. So really happy about that. That was one of the main reasons why I picked up the whole thing. And then I got a PS3 with games and an Xbox 360. So yes, Mario Party is complete with all three of the little manuals here. And they're clean too. It's in great shape. I wish this person would have had more of the Mario Parties, because why would you only have Mario Party 7, not the others? And then I got all the cables and stuff. So rubber band these cables together so it looks nice. Pro tip for you guys, if you don't do that, I always get the cables and wrap them up nice and then use a rubber band for the listing. And I'll show you guys how I'll lay this one out. Similar to the Wii. I'll move my camera angle for you. But I just wrap these together just like this. Then rubber band it. Yeah, Osborne the Thrift. So there's that. And then the AV cable. I should be able to get 150, I think, for the GameCube with the two controllers. The controllers are in good condition. They're original GameCube or Nintendo brand. So, yeah, the disc surface is like literally flawless. It's clean. Well, I wouldn't say flawless, but it's in good shape. Let me just use a cotton ball real quick and wipe off any dust and see. I don't know how I'd rate it. I couldn't give you like a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 7 or an 8. I don't know how you would grade the scratches on the disc, but other than that, it's in really good condition. So I'm just cleaning it off with a cotton ball real quick. I mean, I can't even like show it on the screen. There's like one tiny scratch. I mean, I don't really know how to describe that for you any better. You can't even like, there's no way to show you, but it's not like majorly scratched. That's a cool angle though, showing it's like Inception right there. That's what I'm talking about, Paul. So this Mario Party will get listed separate. Let's list the GameCube first with the memory card. Ready to go. All original like GameCube, Nintendo parts. See, I'm also another pro tip. Don't list your controllers like this. I always take the cords off and do the rubber band again, because it'll show the whole controller and it'll show the Nintendo brand on the controller. And it's just like one way to stand out in your listings is to do that, because a lot of people just roll up the controller. Tim, we were just talking about you. It's like you manifest when we talk about you. Someone was asking, Cody Codeman Thrifting was just asking about Sony Handycams and batteries, and we said go talk to Tim, and then you just manifested yourself here. So would you look at that? If you're up late and listening, Tim, you're welcome to come in too. So just wiping the dust off of these controllers, and then I'll show you guys how I'm setting it up. You're probably at the DI right now. Tim's probably at the DI with a cart full of goodies. Oh, you guys, I want to make a reseller roast video. What do you guys think about that? I've got so many ideas and so many written down for so many YouTube channels and content creators. I want to do a reseller roast video, but I don't want to offend anybody because I feel like I don't think any of them would be taking it too far, but I just have this idea for doing a reseller roast video, but I don't think some of the resellers could handle it. I don't know how, like I would have to DM every single person and then be like, hey, can I so this is what I'm working with right now. I think that is good. It's hard to see because I got the 2 controllers, the 2 power cords, and then the memory card I'm just going to like probably stand it up right on top of the GameCube like that. And then I'll show you the picture, but I haven't decided. I guess I should scan all these games real quick and just double check comps. Tony Hawk 4 is looking like $11 to $12, $16.99 free shipping. This one doesn't have the manual, so I think I'll put the Tony Hawks in this bundle. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. That is not what I wanted. Okay. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland GameCube. There's no barcode on this one. So American Wasteland is like a $15 game, complete. Dave Mirra BMX, I know that's not really worth much. Katie said you could roast me. Casey Palmer said that would be epic. I think a lot of people would be down for it. I'd be so easy to roast. My accent is killer. I mean, mostly I want to roast, YouTubers, reseller YouTubers who are content creators, because then that way people can, like, I guess, relate to who I'm roasting, because they know who they are. So gosh, I got to get this sticker off so I can scan the barcode. It's like an old gaming sticker. Beds. What up, my guy from California? $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I got a list of how to bully a bunch of resellers. Yeah, basically, Tim. I can already see mine about being live the whole time. Paul's pretty much live every single day. Is there a day that Paul's not live? Midday reseller rundown by Paul, Philly Flipper, every day at 12, 5, and 9 p.m. Don't miss it. And then on top of that, he puts out like 100 videos. I just cut an $87 offer for that Mario Kart bundle. Not going to happen, my friend. Why is this barcode not scanning? All right, come on. Dave Mirra, GameCube. So Dave Mirra is like an $11 game. Why is my barcode scanner not scanning anything? There it is. Okay, so Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man's kind of a bolo. I'm going to screen grab that and make it my new intro. I'm too small time for people to know. That's not true, Katie. So Ultimate Spider-Man's actually kind of a bolo. There's 18 listed and 128 sold. 25, 30, 27, 37 free ship, 33, 38, 229 brand new sealed. Wow, 25. So Spider-Man's going to get listed by itself, and then I think Cars, there's no manual, so this one will probably get thrown in the bundle. Disney, Pixar Cars? Cars, GameCube. Let's just double check. Yeah, Cars is like a $10 game, so I'll throw that in the bundle as well. So we're going to do 4 games in this bundle. And actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move the AV cord to this side, and then I'm going to lay out the games like this. I'm going to redo it kind of here. So I think that's what I want to do. I'm going to put the memory card right there. Let's see if I can get a wide enough picture in square mode. Katie is big enough. All right, that picture looks good. So this is what my listing will look like. I don't know why this doesn't ever focus. You guys get the point, though. There it is. So that will be the main photo. And then I'll take pictures of pretty much everything else. The games, controllers, the cable so people can see it. And then I'll put the inside of the GameCube as well. And then I do the back where it's like the model, because on the GameCube, a lot of times they don't have the little clips, whatever those things are. So yeah, you want to make sure that if you have that, it's something good to show. I don't think any of these games have the manuals. Oh, Dave Mirra does have the manual. Okay. So we got one game with the manual. So I'll take a picture like this. And be good to go. All right. So now that you've seen me take the picture, come back up here. That Wasteland game is a bolo. It's actually not. I looked it up and I didn't see anything. Baldy pal. Did anybody just hear a cat? I didn't hear my cat. My cats should be outside. I don't think I can sell that one individually. 87 people in the chat. Let's go. Beds is here. Rescue and resell. Creeping up on 10K. I can't wait. I'm so close to 10K on Instagram too, so I can have that swipe up feature. We only roast the ones we love. I love that comment. All right, let's list this GameCube. Let's see what this offer is. It's probably from VG Brokers. I knew it. It's freaking VGbrokers.com. I'm leaving a mean message. Get lost, Kel. So VG Brokers is video game brokers, and they have like certain saves on all of their searches. And when new things come up, they always send out super lowball offers because I think they're either Amazon sellers or something. It's just so annoying to get those offers. And they always say, this is my best offer. Thanks. It's like, not even close, buddy. Not even close. I didn't say anything mean. I just said not even close. I was going to say get lost, Kel. But I didn't want to be mean. All right, what do you guys think I should list this GameCube for? I'm seeing pretty high prices here. A lot of auctions. I'm just not comfortable with auctions on something like this. The one sold for $82 plus shipping. That was an auction, though. Here's one with Animal Crossing. Sold for $158 plus shipping. 71, 92, 199 with Mario Kart. 164 with two controllers. 148. I think 169 is 99 is about what I'm going to go for. We'll see. WM Collins is the worst. Is he one of the people that sends offers? Like low offers? What's my Instagram? Drew_thrifts and flips. Thanks, Elmer Clark. 142 to 163. I'll buy Mario Party 7. Name your price. I was going to list it for probably somewhere between $70 and $75. So if that's something you're interested in paying for, then let me know. I won't list it. All right, Nintendo GameCube console black bundle. All right, I'm going to send complete with 4 games, 2 controllers. All right, I need to get this this link sent to Flip the World real quick too. Let me see how I can figure out how to do this because I don't know how to do it, Chris. So I'm going to give it my best shot here. Sorry if my camera moves for a second. Let's try this, Chris. Let me know if this works. If it does, hooray. Chef 2K with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Late night hustle on point. Why am I selling more on Mercari than eBay? It's just eBay's kind of slow right now. I'm not going to lie. They're just different platforms, different buyers. It depends on what you're selling. Yeah, Thrift Daddy. There's just a couple that just are really annoying. But Chef, just keep doing what you're doing. List on both, and then take whichever platform it sells on first. Oh, I'm gonna lean back a little bit. I sent the link to Flip the World. Let's see if he gets it and it works. What does a GameCube weigh? Just the GameCube weighs 3 pounds, so I think 6 pounds is pretty good. I'm going to do free shipping, though, because I'm listing it high. So I'm going to do $169.99 free shipping, and then let me edit the description here. Comes with 2 Nintendo brand controllers and the 4 games shown. All right, let's list this puppy, and then I'm going to cross-post it to Mercari. Thank you, Chef 2K, for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. Paul killing it with the listings. Let's go. Rescue and resell. 10 listings. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Are y'all cross-listing, though? I guess you don't need to when you're selling 60 items in a weekend. Hey, let's go. Yo, what up, guy?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
I had to put on a sleeveless real quick because I saw you. How you doing?
Rocking the sleeveless. I might have to go more sleeveless than you now.
This is the shirt in Texas that all the kids at the bins are just like, why did you cut the sleeves? And I was like,
oh man,
because I've had this shirt since I was 13.
Also, that's what all the metal kids do, is so they can show off their tattoos.
Exactly. Especially like when you got armpit tattoos, you have to.
That's right. So what's going on, man? Tell me, for those of you guys who don't know, this is Chris from Flip the World, Hammock's #1 sponsor, the trash dumpster diving king, the IKEA bag selling.
Man, I gotta get the trophy? Is that
yes. You gotta go get the trophy.
You know what? We'll all go get it. It's on my retro mantle.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah. So there it is right there. I got Mr. T watching it.
Let's go.
Circle.
Buzz Lightyear. Bugs Bunny.
Voltron in the back.
Nice.
My vintage, I don't know if you remember these.
Dinosaur?
No, it's from Ghostbusters. You squeeze it and his head, the eyeball pops out.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. I got a bunch of weird stuff.
Philly Flipper said, finally some talent on the show.
Come on now.
Crystal says, what part of Texas are you from?
Houston.
Let me see if I can do this. I think this is just always a little bit better for the viewers.
Yeah, I look really good in wide angle.
The bearded brothers on the live now.
Oh yeah, I tell you, I'm gonna sneak into the triple threat podcast and make it like a quadruple threat because we all have beards.
Josh is kind of.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he is a hairy tornado. I mean, I don't want to go down the road of him and Adine when they were doing the taking their shirts off challenge, but
oh my gosh. I'm pretty hairy, but definitely not as hairy as either of them.
No, for sure.
So I'm listing, so I don't know if I said it already, but Crystal asked what part of Texas were you in?
Houston.
Wawa is way better than Buc-ee's. No, you're getting kicked out.
That has to be Paul. Go ahead.
I'm putting you in a timeout, Paul.
Oh my goodness.
I really did just put Paul in a timeout. How dare you say that?
Dude, I mean, when you get your gas station tattooed on you, then you can talk to me, man.
I don't think I can undo it. I was just joking, but I can't undo it. So Paul's in timeout for 5 minutes. This is how little I use YouTube Live.
Oh, this is like
I can't.
This is my second or third live ever. So, I mean, I'm still trying to learn this. So when I do one, I'm not going to be like fumbling too much.
I can't untime out Paul. So Paul, don't be talking like that in my live, boy.
So if he's in timeout, could he still hear us? He just can't comment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, somebody sent him like 6 bags of beaver nuggets from Buc-ee's, and I told him, I was like, oh, you got to eat them with milk, like cereal. So he knows Buc-ee's is superior, but those Philly people.
I had to show him what's up. He can't be coming in here and talking all that smack, boy.
For real. You guys got one in Florida, last year, I believe.
We just started getting them, but the one that's over by the closest to my house is like 45 minutes away. But I mean, it's bigger than Costco. It's huge.
It's like a Walmart. So we have like a mini Buc-ee's that's like real close to our house, which it's funny because it's not drop shipping, but I list them in bundles. The beaver nuggets. I do like 3 bags on eBay, and for people that used to live here that know about Buc-ee's, and every time someone buys one, I just go down the street and buy them and then ship them the next day.
Nice. That's awesome.
I mean, you only make like $4, but still, it's like free money.
Yeah, it's like a little passive income kind of deal.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's dope. I think that's cool, especially when you can like not capitalize on it, but you don't have to buy the inventory and hold it because you know it's always going to be there.
Yeah. And then like
Paul's here on a new account.
You should ban that one too. No, don't do that. Paul's good people. Yeah, I just watched a video of like somebody spent 24 hours at the largest Buc-ee's, which is like in between here and Dallas. Yeah. They just parked and then like all 3 meals from Buc-ee's, and they just stayed there for 24 hours. And it has like 1.6 million views. And I'm like, what?
Dude, I know it's always the craziest videos sometimes, like for random YouTubers that are trying to blow up that get views. Like I saw this one video recently of a guy who made a video like hiding out in a Walmart for 24 hours, and they built like a fort behind the toilet paper section.
Yeah.
And they like blocked themselves in so you couldn't see them back there. And so anyway, it was just like literally them not doing anything, but they like went and bought food from Walmart and then, brought it in their little toilet paper fort. And they were just hanging out. And it got millions of views. And just like, well, there goes my GameCube controller.
I started like researching and trying to think of different little video crazies like that I could do to go viral. I saw a guy rode his bicycle from California all the way to Mr. Beast's headquarters.
Yeah, to deliver a penny.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let me see. If I was going to do that, I saw like maybe 6 months ago, Mr. Beast did a thing where he dumpster dove 100 dumpsters.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I could do a video where I just like dumpster dive across from Texas to North Carolina and dumpster dive Mr. Beast trash can at his headquarters. But it's like, I don't know.
There's so many people that are trying to get the attention of Mr. Beast just to get their channel to go viral.
Yeah, and the other thing is like I'm not a gamer in any way. Like I don't know anything about video games. I can barely StreamYard.
I'm right there with you, brother.
And then I think Mr. Beast is what, like 22, 23 maybe. So it's like
he's mad young.
I'm like, hi, I'm just some almost 40-year-old man that just came across the country just to dig in your trap. It's just creepy. Just saying it out loud, I'm already creeped out.
Hey, Justin. He's taken, ladies, says Stacy.
Oh, Jesus.
Dang, look at that. Look at that muscle pose right there.
Oh, she's always flexing. She's trying to do a powerlifting competition this year.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I am on doctor's orders not to lift above 40 pounds because of my stupid eye. So I'm thinking about just having it removed so I can get back to heavy lifting.
I mean, you made enough money off that laser eye scanner that you can afford to have it removed.
I know. And then, you know, when you pay a doctor three, I paid cash for all 3 surgeries. So 11 grand for 3 surgeries. And then he hits you with, oh yeah, we need to have one more. I'm just like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a reseller. I can already smell like you're trying to resell me here.
I mean, can you do stuff like just squats and push-ups and like regular stuff, or you just can't do like
so I
powerlifting?
could do like traditional body work or like, you know, lightweight calisthenics or, you know, the high rep stuff. But, you know, as a girthy gentleman, the main fun that I've always had was just heavy lifting.
Yeah, I want to get into calisthenics. I just don't make time to exercise like I should, because I love what I do, and it's like what I want to do when I wake up. I want to be in my office listing. I want to be working. I want to be, you know, recording videos. I want to be outsourcing.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what I was saying in you guys chat as I was driving home. I have, you know, every other Monday night I watch you guys in the car because I'm driving to go do some late night restaurants after they close for pest control. And like, I can't wait till I'm done with that, man. I think I'm going to shut it down probably at the end of the year and just go full time with this.
Is it a business that you can sell to somebody, like a up and running business?
Yeah, I mean, I've had offers like early on. I think in our second year, we had an offer from like Terminex, and then we've had one from and really they just want to buy the name because they can run it as like an under the umbrella. Like they'll keep the name,
Right.
It'll be like, you know, my company's name is Sleep Tight, so it'll be like Sleep Tight, a division of Terminex. And then that way they get the like mom and pop customers.
Right.
It's
True.
like Starbucks in Portland. Starbucks has a whole different name of coffee shops that are like mom and pop, but it's actually Starbucks. They're just a different name. Or Seattle, not Portland.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I did with my scooter shop when I had my motorcycle scooter business. What the heck? Someone just left me a comment on a pair of boots on Poshmark and said, I hope you know those are elephant skins. Just saying. Is it illegal to sell elephant skin boots?
Oh, you probably got one of my kind of people, but not one of my kind of. You got a vegan. You got a vegan on there clowning on you because you're selling exotic animal. Don't worry, people. I'm not that kind of vegan. I do it for myself, not for anyone else.
I mean,
but no, it's not illegal to sell exotics. I mean, we have a restaurant here where they specifically sell wild exotic game like burgers.
all right, well, whatever.
As long as you make a sale, right?
Is Jesus or Jesus? I don't know how he prefers to say it. Did you want this before I list it? The Mario Party 7? Let me know, because I just listed the Spider-Man one separate. And I'm going to list Mario Party if you do not want it. But, so, all right, now I'm going to list this PS3 Slim. I'm going to bundle it with all the games that I got, I think. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to list some shoes because I got a bunch of games for Xbox 360 and PS3 in my shed, and I want to do a big bundle with them to get them out because I've been sitting on them until I got another PS3. So I'm going to list some shoes.
If I listed, I would have something to do. No, I'm unloading my shoe haul from today.
Yeah, I'll do 70 on it if you want it, brother. I will do 70 on it, and then I don't have to list it. I'm good with that. This is for the PlayStation.
So does that count as a hashtag viewer sale?
Just call me Harry Tornado.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, send me a DM on Instagram, my man, and I will.
Awesome.
We can do that.
I scored some hairy tees today without the laces, but they're not his size.
Some hairy tees.
Yeah.
Sarah, Hot Mess Hustler, are you still in? I'll send you the link too if you're still in here. I'm sorry I missed that comment. Philly Flipper had, what's my PayPal? Is it safe to put your your PayPal can't get hacked, right? Like if I put it in the comments.
I mean, it can, but you should have some kind of protection, right? I think you're okay.
I don't see why.
These are all your people in here.
I don't want to put my PayPal in the chat because I don't want people to send me money. Like,
yeah.
You know, I don't want people
I
to
mean,
send me money.
you remember what happened when you said your phone number out loud? Like that.
I mean, you were quick on that though. All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat, but nobody send me money unless you're buying something from me, because I'll send it back. And don't think I won't.
Don't think I won't.
Because I will. I'll decline it or refund it or whatever.
This is a reseller refusing money. A man of the people.
Because I'm not putting it in the chat to ask people to give me money. I'm just.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I guess Jesus or Jesus. I'm sorry, whichever you prefer. Doesn't have Instagram or something. Northwest Picker. Time for some ice cream in bed. Thanks for continuing the live. Always fun. Have a good night. You too. Have a great night. Justin, if you send me some money, I'll send you more than what you send me. If anybody wants to send me money, I'll put money in the chat. Now, Paul's rich. Paul's already got monetized on YouTube. Paul made 6 viewer sales today, and he sold 60 items on eBay this weekend. Paul doesn't need your money, folks.
So, Paul, it sounds like you have enough money to get a Wawa tattoo to back up this talk about it being so awesome.
Chris has 8 kids to feed, okay?
8.
He's got none.
Shout out to the bins that we went to today that were out of town, because they actually like zip tie their shoes together.
Oh, I know. They do it at the flea market too. I just untied these, but look.
Greatest.
I got you. Hold on. Of course, now I can't find a pair. Look at this. This is how the Haitian ladies do it at the flea market.
Oh my God. Dude, I would pass on those specifically because of that. I only got one eye. I can't be looking at those knots that close. Yeah, so
right,
the bins here they don't do their shoes like this. We actually drove like 2.5 hours to San Antonio. We do it like once a month to hit a certain spot for the. I just gave away my plug. Hopefully no one's from Texas is watching.
I love the bins. I just can't go. And my bins, there's only 1 row of shoes, and they only do 1 rotation of shoes per day.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know when they do it. So like I'd have to go all day and wait for it. It's just dumb. It's not worth it. And then I gotta fight all the Haitian ladies, you know, for shoes, because my strategy is this for Florida in Orlando, because I go to the flea market. Like I get so many DMs of people on the weekends going, Drew, where's your flea market at? You get so many good shoes at the flea market. Well, you know why? Because all the Haitian women go to the bins and they buy shoes at the bins for $2, $3, and then they sell them to me at the flea market for $8.
Yep.
And I would much rather pay the extra $6 to not sit at the bins all day, every day. And I get them all on one day on Saturday, and I don't have to do any work.
Yep.
You know,
now you just gave away your secret.
Well, the thing is that like the Haitian women don't watch my YouTube videos, so
it's funny with one of the main bins that we go to. So it's been 2 years now. So 2 years ago, there were no bins in Houston, but we had 68 Goodwill stores. And then randomly, they just opened one, and then one turned into now we have 4 locations, all within like a 10-mile radius of my house. And they rotate. They have 12 rows. Each row has like 12 boats, and they rotate every 15 minutes a new row.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have a lot of donations going on here in Houston. They're actually closed down 2 retail locations, and they're opening up under 1 possible bins. But the main one I go to for shoes, the manager knows who I am, what I do. She actually wears a Flip the World Goodwill shirt.
Nice.
So, I mean, I don't get any like back room special picking, but if I go there, she's like, "Oh, we don't have any shoe boats on the floor. Hold on a second."
Yeah,
and then
I know you be getting those hookups. Jody said, "Awesome idea, Drew. See you at the flea market."
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, there's plenty of shoes to go around. There's so many ladies selling shoes that if Dalton and I can go and get 61 pairs of shoes on a Saturday, and then there's like 3 or 4 other people buying shoes, it's fine.
It really comes down.
Last City Picker, what's up, John? Thanks for bringing by.
Honestly, like if you can buy 61 pairs of shoes, not everybody that's a reseller is going to be at the flea market available to buy 61 pairs. Like that's why we make the trip, you know, once a month, twice a month to out of town, because when we go there, it's like, hey, I'm buying 30 pairs. I know that there might be some resellers here, but they're not about to buy 30 pairs.
Yeah.
And not question the price. Just whatever it's on, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's just not worth the fighting to me against, you know, like I said, against these, you know, I mean, because it really is. There's like three kinds of people at my bins. There's the Haitian ladies, there's the vintage guys who go every single day, all day, and they go home with like 3 or 4 vintage t-shirts, and they're there all day to try to find that one grail.
Yeah.
You know, and then the third type of person, is the person in there actually looking for clothes for themselves. There's really nobody else. There may be a couple of Poshmark girls here and there, but they're not really my competition. So, but between me looking for vintage shirts and competing with the vintage guys, and then me looking for shoes and competing with the Haitian ladies, I mean, I could go for clothing, but I don't want to just be an all clothing seller, and I don't want to be at the bins all day to wait for one shoe rotation.
Yeah.
So, and my hard goods, there's only one rotation of hard goods every day too. And when I tell you the Haitian ladies go crazy, go back way back on my YouTube channel before I got kicked out of the bins for recording. I have like 3 or 4 videos, and you can see them like literally fighting, like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, the baby velociraptors fighting over the shirt. Like that's what they do. They'll literally like push each other over a TV or a laundry basket.
I've seen people ruin shoes just by fighting over them.
It's crazy.
I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't care about $1.79 a pound. Well, that's what we pay here is $1.79 a pound. I don't care about it that much. I was actually going to, before I started a YouTube for reselling, it was literally, our channel was just going to be called Goodwill Bins Fights instead of, you know, there used to be a bum fights. It was going to be bins fights. And I was just going to go and film the fights and just put them on YouTube. But then, yeah, they really crack down on recording stuff like that because they don't want the bad image on YouTube of the bins. But then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do a parody video where I break down like the types of people you see at the bins, like the vintage kids that just like sit on the couches all day, have nothing in their cart. And then when they find something cool, they literally throw it on the ground or on top of a pile of clothes away from everybody so they could take that IG photo. And then they'll never sell the item.
Yep.
And then they'll tag like Paul Cantu and Slobby Robbie.
Yeah, exactly. You're 100% correct. It's like the same concept for me. Like I want to make a reseller roast video, but
I think that would be hilarious. But the thing is like the people you roast, you have to make sure they don't have soft skin.
Right.
Like, you know, the reason that I get along so well with old Walter is he used to do stand-up comedy, and I've been writing jokes in my phone for probably like 15 years.
I love Blake. He's so funny.
Oh man, my favorite. So he's actually one of the reasons I got into reselling. When I do my first live, it's going to be with him, and it's going to be talking about this. But I literally was just laying in bed, and I saw his videos that came up as a suggestion of selling VCRs on Amazon for over $100. And this was like in 2016. And I was just like, this dude's so full of crap. I'm going to go out tomorrow and buy one and make a video just proving that this dude sucks. And I sold it for $90 on Amazon that same day. And so then I was like, I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you don't know me, but I was going to make a video saying you were a scam artist and you're not. My name's Chris.
I think I remember either him talking about that or you talking about it in one of his lives, or when you were doing the face-off thing with Joey all the way down there. I remember you saying something like that, or Blake said something about like you thought he was a scammer, because actually one of the things that got me into selling electronics was that exact same video, was the one about selling DVD combo units on eBay and Amazon. I was like, what the heck is a DVD combo unit? Like, aren't those for old people?
I'm like, watch his VHS.
Yeah. So, Paul, have a good night, buddy. Love you so much. I'll see you on tomorrow's live at 12, 5, and 9. And then I'll see you on Wednesday at 12, 5, and 9. Guys, tune into Paul's channel. He goes live 3 times a day, every day.
Enjoy your horrible Wawa breakfast.
All right. I'm listing these Brooks Cadence 7s right now.
Also, I love that every video Walter does, he's yelling, but he doesn't think he's yelling.
I told him I told him recently on Instagram, I said that's one of my favorite things about him is that he always seems like he's angry, but it's just his personality. So he's like, if you need to make money for your mortgage, all you have to do is go to the Dollar Tree and find some of these and sell soap on Amazon.
That's just
not
how
that hard.
It's just how he talks. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, shameless plug. I only got like 2 left. Oh.
Flip the world. Get your Flip the World IKEA bag. Only $69.99.
I'm actually about to I guess I can reveal it on your live since it is so I pre-ordered before they all sold out. They might not be completely sold out, but so they released a Tiffany green IKEA bag this year and a pink one. And so I bought a case of each, and I'm going to do the Flip the World logo on those for the summertime color.
Oh, nice.
And I also have a bunch of yellow ones, but everybody's always like, how did you get a yellow IKEA bag? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
See, those are the things that will make you, like, to anybody watching or listening, hopefully you're listening, but I'm cross-listing right now, but it's things like that when you can think ahead and say, like, okay, how can I capitalize on something that someone else is already doing and make money doing it? And I mean, even if you don't put the Flip the World logo on it, I'm sure that people will pay more money than what they actually cost at IKEA to be able to have it before they release them or whatever.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, that's kind of what people do. Unfortunately, there's the argument about price gouging and is it extortion or something like that about, like, for example, the PS5s. When the PS5s came out, it's like, if you really want one, pre-order it.
Yeah.
Because all the resellers are going to pre-order them because they know that they can capitalize on the market. So hold on just a second. Jen's Aura says, hello, I'm new here. YouTube recommended you. I have many questions. One is, what do you think about eBay and PayPal not working together anymore? I love it. Managed payments is awesome. Yep. I think it's better. One and done. That's what I like to say. So, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you checking out the channel. Consider subscribing and see some of my other videos. Zach is here. Where's Zach? Utah Bought and Gone? Where is he? I don't see his name. There it is. What up, Zach? King of Utah, taking over the world. One resale, one sell at a time. How much is a green IKEA bag? Jamie said.
I think we usually just do them like $16 free shipping. I'm not crazy on making a ton of money off it. I like it when people just tag us because then that brings more, exposure. It's really all just about exposure these days. But I haven't got them printed yet. I still running the regular blue ones right now. I think we have 3 or 4 left, but they should be up soon. I'm going to drop those off at my my printer here locally soon. But yeah, going back to the PS5s and stuff, I think it comes down to how you approach it as a seller. If that's something that you're into, that kind of retail arbitrage. It's no different than people that get online at 3 a.m. so they can try and join the draft for the new the new Jordans or whatever that come out.
Right. Same thing.
The bots take all those anyway. So how do you beat that? Well, you buy a bot. That's just what you have to do. It's the same thing for iPhones. When the iPhones come out, the resellers always buy up all the new iPhones. I only know that because I got a buddy that does that for a living. So,
it's the truth. It's the truth, though. I mean, like, it's the world that we live in now because most people are working their day-to-day lives, whatever. They don't really think like, oh, let me go pre-order the new iPhone, or let me, go purchase whatever. I'm trying to think of something that is not like video game related necessarily, but is like, I mean, it's kind of like the Mountain Dew thing when I shared about the melon Mountain Dew on my Instagram a long time ago. Like, I was one of the first people to list them on eBay, and I sold a bunch of them for like $20 for one bottle. But then I shared it on Instagram. I flooded the market. A bunch of my followers went and found them and started tagging me, in them, and then the market tanked. And I'm okay with that because it wasn't anything like super profitable, but it's just like, it just goes to show you that you can literally resell anything.
Well, I mean, I try to break, because I have, even my mom at times will be like, well, if you're paying $3 for a pair of shoes, you're comfortable selling it for $45 and you don't feel like you're ripping someone off. I'm like, no, because that's the market, Mom. Like, I know you're
on demand.
That's the way.
We're not, as resellers, we're not forcing anybody to buy our products. Like, I'm not forcing my followers to pay me $70 for this game, but that's what the market value is. Yeah. And if somebody wants to pay it, I'm willing to give it to them because they enjoy that specific thing. Like, I enjoy Tower of Terror t-shirts. So if I find one at a good deal, I'm going to buy it, but I'm not the type of person to pay, like, for example, let me see if I can pop this up real quick. So this t-shirt right here is dead stock with the original Disney tag. I paid $60 for it, but it's probably $180 to $200 shirt. I would never pay $200 for it, but I'm glad I found it for $60.
For sure.
But there is someone out there that'll pay $200 for that shirt.
Yep.
I mean, I think everybody in here gets what we're saying, but
yeah, totally.
Just chopping it up.
It's just always funny to me talking to other people that aren't, resellers, that they're just like, well, they're like, oh, so you're a scalper, which is, I see Reezy using that word a lot lately, but it's just like, well, if somebody, if I knew that a stock was going to crash and I sold all my stock and then bought it at the dip again, then I don't know, like, bazillionaires do this all the time, but they're not bad, but I'm doing it for selling $3 shoes for $40.
Yeah. No. I mean, this is why I love the reselling community, because most of my friends, at least people I know, acquaintances, people from church, whatever, don't even really understand what I do. Not that they accuse me of being a scammer, but they don't understand it. And they also, Zach is true. TikTok is the worst, but that's because everybody hides behind their little iPhone and leaves comments, but they'll never talk to you in person. But it's just crazy. I mean, Game Master Vault, Target, Walmart, grocery stores, they're all resellers. It's just, you're providing a product for somebody who, it's like, I can talk about
you're not breaking their arm to pay for it. It's like, hey, I have these shoes, they're $35. If you want them, they're $35. Oh, you send me an offer, we can talk. But I'm not like, you have to buy these. I don't know. It's always fun. You should, some of the conversations I have where people are like, wait a second, you get into dumpsters and take stuff out and sell it back to people? I'm like, yeah.
Tracy, what's up, girl? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. We're just listing and talking about the life of resellers. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Zach, my favorite one from you was the one with the Game Boy, where you found the Game Boy for $5. He made a TikTok about finding a Game Boy Advance SP at a Deseret Industries or a DI, whatever those things are called, for $5, and then he sold it for like $125, and everybody on TikTok is like freaking out. It's like, going, you should have left that for the little kids. Some poor kid would have been so happy to have that. And it's just insane. It's really insane. That's good, Tracy. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing fantastic. I'm never live, so I can't believe there's 91 people in the chat right now. It's insane to me. I think that's the most I've ever had in a live. So, Pirate's Prayer, what's up, buddy? Watching kiddos while my wife takes a break.
You have the people's attention, man. You don't get live as much.
Jamie, what are you referring to? What are you pricing the shoes? These specific ones, these Danskos? I'm doing $39.99 plus shipping.
I got some solid black ones today.
Nice.
$39.99 free shipping. Yeah.
The black sell for more. The pink ones are kind of all over the place.
This is probably so Stacy found these, because if she's still watching and I don't say that, I'll hear about it later. But these are the first ones that I've ever found that have no like wear anywhere on them. So if these were nurse's shoes, she probably quit after her first shift because there's like no damage. Did you ever do any retail arbitrage in your reselling, or has it always been used in vintage?
I've done a little bit. I used to do Ross and Marshalls a lot, but I just became too cheap. Like I just can't pay $70 for Vapor Max to sell for 100. Like spending 70 to make 30, you know, my business model just, I don't like that, which is why
just got an offer. You sold something.
No, I got an offer for
there you go.
Something, but it's cheap, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I just, that's one reason why I don't share my 90-day total a lot, because first of all, I cross list on 5 platforms.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't share my 90-day total because everybody's business model is different. Like if you're buying, you know, Ja Morant rookie cards for 500 and then flipping them for 1,000 and your 90-day total is 100K, you really only are at 50K 90-day total.
It depends on what your profit margin is.
So, yeah, you know, like everybody's different. My average pair of shoe cost is like $7 to $8, and my average sale on eBay right now is like $62.
Yeah.
So. You know, so like my numbers are pretty accurate and reflect like true sales, because I'm not buying LeBron rookie cards for 1,200 and selling them for 10,000, and that's, you know, gonna skew my numbers. Like, so
yeah,
it's just my personal opinion. Nothing against anybody who shares their numbers, but if you're not going to back it up with, you know, analytics, I just don't think it's fair, because you're wanting people to like see your numbers, but it doesn't mean anything if you're not backing it up with like your margins and what you're selling and things like that. And so I don't do it because I don't want to lead people astray. Like I feel like my numbers are really good for me and doing everything by myself, but you know, it's just everybody's business model is different. Some people go to the bins all day, every day, and their business model is less than $2 an item, and they're selling items for $10, $15, $20. Some people are buying video games on Facebook Marketplace and then selling them for, you know, paying high, selling high. So with retail arbitrage, going back to your original question, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, no. I did it for a little bit, and it ties up too much money for me personally for what I'm trying to do. And then you know, I did it with phones as well. So it's like, okay, I pay $1,100 for a phone, and I can sell it, you know, immediately for $1,160. It's like, okay, quick $60. It's like, yeah, but I can only do that one at a time unless I have you know, if I have $10,000, then I can do it. But I used to do it with Walmart and Target and using BrickSeek, and I hated it. It's not treasure hunting.
Yeah, Tracy. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just people who mostly want attention for no reason. Like, I mean, I guess I can understand people like Daily Refinement who post it because he's been posting his numbers since like day one, you know. So, you know, but I don't think people like him in tech and sports are really doing everything by themselves. That's just my personal opinion, which is why
no comment.
But yeah, Justin said some Amazon sellers really inflate their numbers because of high gross and low profit. Exactly. Like I know this one person on Instagram, I'm not going to say their name, but all they do is post package stack pictures, him and his wife, and they've got lead generation groups and all this kind of stuff. It's like, if you're buying Jordans from footlocker.com for $89 and you're selling them on eBay for $120, you're making $30 a pair, you know, and you're offering free shipping. So you're netting $20 after fees and shipping. If you're paying $80 a pair, right? So you're netting $20, maybe $25. And then you're showing you have a 90-day total of $125,000 in sales. Like, yeah, but your 80% of that is cost of goods. Like, you know, you're really only making like 30, 40,000. So and then you're leading people astray to think that, you know.
What I've noticed on our Instagram is if we post our like 90-day, and it's just to like show people, like if we had you know, I always just, if I ever post it always just says documenting the journey. And then I just say, we are part-time still. What I notice is people don't even look at the 90-day number. They immediately just look at how many items we have listed. And then our DM will just be full, and they'll just be like, you don't even have 400 listings. And I'm like, well, no, because the items I source, I want to make sure are going to sell in 90 days or less. I don't like to store like all this behind me. I can't stand, because I just have clutter issues and it freaks me out. So I will lower the prices just to get rid of them, because I don't want to look at them. But we don't source high, you know, I don't buy jackets and sit on them till the winter. Stuff I buy has to move in 90 days.
Yeah, that's awesome. business model. I have stuff that sits for longer than that, and I really need to run more sales and things along that nature. But excuse me, I just sometimes it's just weird because the comps are there, and then you're wondering why yours isn't selling. But it is what it is for me. So
you control the screen, but I see a question. Someone's asking how many times you let something keep reposting. So for me personally, what I do is I'll pull up my active listings and I adjust it by time ending soon. And if it's got a day left, every listing that has 1 day left, I'll go ahead and end and then relist sell similar. I don't let it just renew. I always sell similar, and then I'll adjust maybe the main photo. I did something wrong, or maybe the title or whatever I need to change. And then depending on what kind of shoe it is, I'll start cross posting. I don't know, before my monitor turned off when I was showing you guys the trophy, I have my, I don't even know if you're allowed to say the BOT, but I had my BOT doing my Posh stuff. But I'm not a huge fan or a huge seller of Posh. No offense to anyone that kills it on there. It's just, it takes too much work. It's too much social stuff. And I'm a caveman. Like, I have a hard enough time figuring out Instagram half the time. I just learned that you can do TikTok style reels on Instagram. So that's
I don't even know how to make a TikTok. I can't even figure it out. So I deleted the app.
I don't have TikTok. I don't want my kids to have TikTok. I just no. I'm already upset that I got a few of them that have Instagram. I'm like, oh God, please don't follow me.
Uh-oh.
I like that sound.
Holy smokes. What?
Tell me it's the Wii bundle.
Dang, no. I sold that Le Creuset skillet that I got earlier today.
Oh, the one you paid up for.
Yeah, I think it was a viewer, though, or an Instagram follower.
Money's money. That's awesome.
Yo.
Hashtag viewer sales.
Yeah, it was an Instagram follower. She just he or she, I think it's a she, just messaged me and said, "Yay, I'm so happy you listed this. I just bought it. Great deal."
Nice.
Maybe I underpriced it. Oh well, I'll take it. That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Let's go. Thank you.
That's
Zara.
You get your YouTube up to 100, 200,000 subscribers, and then you could just do once a week. Just do this. What's up, guys? I have a pair of
exactly
3. If anybody wants them, I'm going to list them right now.
Yeah, exactly. Knucklehead Hustle said, "Finding both you guys is a godsend. I'm on Team Death Pile. Let's go, baby. I'm Team Death Pile. I love that."
For sure. I have a shameless plug. Our store, I actually made, if you know that whole antisocial social club logo.
Wait. What'd you say? Huh? Shameless plug? What? Huh?
It was for you. It was a plug for you.
Sorry. What? Chris, I think you muted your mic. I can't hear you. What's going on? I'm just kidding. Go ahead. What were you saying?
We did a anti-death pile or anti-death pile club shirt. Yeah, I hate death piles. Like I'm stacking all the shoes that I got today, and I'm already thinking about how I have a full day of pest control tomorrow. So these are going to sit on this desk and not get cleaned, and it's going to drive me nuts. All day I'm going to be thinking about these shoes.
So strange, his screen went blank. Oh my gosh. That couple make their money off the people they recruit, and yeah, it's basically a pyramid scheme. Yeah. I'd rather buy items at $1 garage sales for more than $20 profit. Zach, I don't know if I answered this or not, but let me know, buddy. Anytime. Shout out StreamYard.
He has to come to Houston first.
I do want to go dumpster diving.
It's so funny. I saw a few people posting the article that was written about Goodwill and how they're tired. They're asking the public to stop donating trash. And what it was is they're just talking about people are doing their spring cleaning and they're tossing out things that Goodwill doesn't feel are sellable. And so they're having to incur the cost of discarding the items, and they're paying the extra garbage tows. And they specifically talk about Houston. I'm all, shh, you guys be quiet. Stop dropping Houston in your little mess that you got going on there.
You know, it's really funny that that Dante and Josh, like within the last month or two, you know, started doing like traveling and seeing other resellers and stuff, because I swear on everything within me, I told my wife that I was going to start doing it after Joey and I drove to go see Harry Tornado when we first met him. And I was like, I'm just going to start traveling and thrifting. And here's the reason, though. I guess this would, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. It's not really a spoiler because I'm going to do it eventually. But I was in a live with Joey one night, I think, or I was live on my channel. I don't remember. And I was talking about thrifting and all this kind of stuff. And basically the conversation was all these people in the live were saying like, you got to come to Virginia. My thrifts are horrible. You have it made in Orlando with your flea markets. And I'm like, do you not see what I post every day on Instagram about how Goodwill is charging me so much money for stuff? Like, it takes me a long time to find profitable stuff.
Yeah.
And so anyway, my idea was I wanted to just throw a dart at a map and fly anywhere in the country and prove that you can thrift or source profitable items anywhere in the country.
Well, that's awesome.
Because everybody's like, come to California, you'll never find anything. Come to Miami, it's flooded. You know, come to New York. And I'm like, listen, I live in Orlando, which is like one of the most overpopulated cities in the world, in the country. And on top of that, it's a tourist attraction, and Goodwills are overpricing in this area. There's more resellers here, in my opinion, than many other places. And I still am able to find profitable stuff every single day. So
yeah, it comes down to work, and then just honing. I mean, if you treat reselling as just like a side hustle and not like as a profession that you hone your craft on, then yeah, I mean, I've driven to all of the thrift stores in Houston over the last few years and learned which ones, hey, I'm not coming back to this one, you know, because after you go 3 times and you walk out with 0, you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll try again in a year, but you're not going to waste my time. So
yeah, I mean, it's all about discipline and work ethic. I mean, kind of like what you said about work is just like those type of people, in my opinion, that complain just aren't willing to put in the work, because like if your thrift stores are that dry, start going to garage sales, or, you know, here's where I start to get really aggressive is like, my opinion is if you think your thrift stores suck that much and you want to be a full-time reseller, move.
Yep.
Literally sell your house and move somewhere.
Dedicate.
Like Josh in South Carolina. The cost of living is so low in South Carolina. He has great thrift stores. He has very little competition where he's at. His bin store has like hardly any like major competition. There's like a few people there, but anytime I went with Josh, it really wasn't that bad. And so, like, just with all that being said, it's just, to me, it's unacceptable to make that excuse. Like, unless you're brand new and you don't really understand it, you know, the other thing that I think about is, like, are you really looking at every section of the store? Like, if you say there's nothing, don't tell me that you walked into the women's section and looked for Lululemon and then walked out and said there was nothing here. Like, if you really think that's all you're going to, you know, find, you need to start looking at DVDs. You need to start looking at vacuums. You need to start looking at shoes. You need to start looking at, you know, coffee makers. Like, there's all sorts of stuff that you can make profit on. And it gets me heated, like, talking about it, because there's just no excuses. There's no excuses. If you want to make money, put in the work, don't make excuses, and go find stuff.
For sure.
Goodwill prices stuff at $70 and $80 for a pair of shoes. They put Nike Roshis behind the shelf in the glass case for $79.99. Am I going to complain about those Roshis? I'm going to troll them on Instagram, but then I'm going to go freaking find something else to resell.
Yeah. No, I just I got some people here that have gotten into it just because they've seen like what I've been doing over the last few years, and I'm just like, man, just do it. Just go out, start looking everything up, find what you like and you don't like. Like, we got into pots and pans for a little bit. I realized I don't like it. I hate it, and I don't like Barkeeper's Friend. I hate what it does to my hands. I don't like wire. I like shoes. I like jeans, and so I'm going to stick with those. And then, you know, dumpster diving, I just like the treasure hunt of being able to say that I find stuff in the dumpster.
I mean, it's literally what Rinzi says. You know, they say, stop being romantic to what doesn't work and pour gas on what does work. If you don't like selling Furbies and vintage wrestling figurines, stop buying them. If you don't like selling DVD combo units because you're afraid you're going to get a return, stop buying them. There's other stuff to make profit on. Like, you know, it's funny, I can't get aggressive like this on Joey's channel because, you know, I have to be nicer. But now that I'm on my channel, I can say whatever the heck I want.
Dude, I've already maybe you'll be the third person. So I reached out to Knoblock and I told him like I wanted to do something different for our channel on ours once we start doing lives. And I was thinking like I sent him a picture of NWO, the wrestling. It was Nash, Diesel, and Hogan. And I was like, I want something like that. Like, you know, we're not going to come on here and trash resellers or anything, but you know, we just get heated about reselling because there's a lot of stuff that people you see or say, and it's like, come on, like, oh, I know every profession has people that have excuses, but it's like, if you really want to do this, it's pretty friggin' easy. Like once you get into it and learn what you're doing, like those excuses just fall by the wayside. Because like, oh, okay, your thrift stores are bad or overpriced. Okay, well, have you gone to flea markets? Oh, you don't have flea markets? Okay, well, have you hit up Facebook Marketplace? Oh, well, then what? Because everybody has Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can make an excuse for everything in your life. It's the same thing when it comes to like why I don't work out. I literally said it earlier, so you can call me a hypocrite. I literally said I don't make time to exercise because I'm always working because I love it.
Yeah.
But you don't see me complaining about like, oh, I wish I had 6-pack abs. It's so hard to go to the gym. It's not so hard to go to the gym. I just don't go.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not making excuses saying like, oh, my life's too busy. No, if I want to go to the gym, I have to wake up at 5:30 instead of 6:30.
Yep.
Like it's not that hard.
No,
you know, the things that you want to do, you can do it. There's so many people that make excuses because it's what makes them comfortable in their life. It's the same reason why certain people will never quit their job. They'll always work a 9 to 5. They'll always have the same, you know, salary paycheck, and they'll live paycheck to paycheck, or they'll never be out of debt. They'll never have financial freedom. They'll never invest in a 401k or a Roth IRA or in the stock market or anything because they're scared. There's fear of failure. And I just don't live my life like that. Again, no disrespect to anybody that works a 9 to 5, has a full-time job, anything like that. I just can't do it because I don't like to be controlled. Like I like to be in control of my own life.
Yeah.
And like when I made that What Sold video at Disney, like I just have the freedom to be like, you know what? I'm going to go to Disney today and then I'm going to film a video. Like, you know,
I can't watch any of your videos at Disney because then the kids get all like, what are we going to do? I'm like, because there's 8 of you and it's expensive. No.
I mean, yeah, that's true. You got 8 kids, so it's insane. But
I did take them. Was it like 2 years ago? We came to the one in Florida because it was like the oldest was graduating, going to the Army, so it was like the last family vacation.
These shoes might be fake.
Oh yeah, I also I officially proposed to Stacy at Disney in Florida.
Hey, that's awesome.
She says that my knee didn't touch the ground, so it doesn't count. But you know, I'm still here.
You know, but again, it's just all like, it's all perspective. It's all, you know, opinions, whatever. I just think that, you know, like here's my biggest thing. Like if you want to be financially free or you want to work for yourself and you're like, you don't know, you know, if I should sell my pest control business or if I should, you know, quit my job and become a reseller, like you'll never know if you don't quit and try, but that job's always going to be there. Like there'll always be another sales job. There'll always be another bank job. There'll always be another fast food job. You can go get a job anywhere, but you'll never know if you'll make it as a reseller if you don't try. And, you know, but the thing is like, you have to be able to put in the work. Like you have to be able to grind, to wake up early, to stay up late, to do those things, to list when you don't want to. Like, that's why I share that stuff on my Instagram all the time is like I shared last night. I was like, not going to lie, I really don't feel like listing right now, but this is my job and this is what I have to do. It's my responsibility to take care of my family. It's my responsibility to pay my bills. It's my responsibility to be the head of my household and be a good leader and show my son, like, I'm not a lazy worker, you know, and so he can have somebody to look up to. And then I sat in my office and I listed a bunch of stuff. And then I woke up this morning. One of the items I listed sold for full price. Like, it's just the way that it goes. Like, I'm not saying that every time I don't feel like listing, I smack myself in the face and I come in my office and list. But I'm very, very disciplined in knowing my business model. Like, I don't go out and source a bunch if I have a ton of stuff to list.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in death piles. You
Yeah,
know, but like when I picked up that stuff from Facebook Marketplace today, I stopped at 2 thrift stores on the way home because they were on the way home. So it's like, it's worth it for me to stop. But, you know, I'm not just going to be like, well, I've got 40 pairs of shoes I need to list. Nah, I'm going to go thrifting all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not the right mindset.
I've DM'd old Tim multiple times. I'm like, dude, seeing your death pile gives me anxiety.
Yeah, but Tim's crazy. Well, however he does it, it works because he'll source for like 3 or 4 days straight. He's like on that firefighter life. He's like 48 on, 24 off, 48 on, 24 off. He like thrifts 2 days in a row, gets $1 billion worth of stuff, and then he cleans it, tests it, photographs it, and then in one day he lists like 150 items. He really only lists like 2 or 3 times a week, but he lists like 100 items each day that he does it. So what up, Drew and Sarah?
I've noticed that he
oh gosh. That's gonna hopefully that doesn't happen to Chris.
No, so yeah, no, the oldest enlisted and she gone, and then the next in line, he graduates this month and he gone, he enlisted as well. So that's down to 6.
Yeah, I mean, it just you know, one of the reasons that I even started my Instagram and my YouTube and stuff like that was because like I just wanted to inspire people and I wanted to motivate people because like it is really hard. Like mentally, it's lonely, you know, psychologically, it's lonely. You're by yourself pretty much all the time. You're in your office by yourself, listing, taking pictures, you know, you normally don't have like close friends and family that understand what you do. So you can't relate to them. Like you can't, you know, I can talk to my mom because she resells stuff, but you know, my wife understands too, but I can't like call my brother and be like, yo, Josh, I just sold a Panasonic handy cam for $169. And my brother wouldn't be like, let's go. He'd be like, what? You know? And I'm naturally an extrovert. I'm not introverted at all. Yeah. You know, like I'd much rather have you on my live with me than be by myself. But, you know, I will, you know, talk my way through it to keep people entertained or whatever. But 7.5, 42. I'm trying to list at the same time I talk, but now I'm getting like talking about my passions. Like my passions are really like inspiring and motivating and encouraging people. Like I could care less about how many views my videos get on YouTube. Like I want to change people's lives. Like I want people to know, hey, listen, you know, if you need, like, I almost want to be like a life coach for resellers, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't really feel like there's a way to monetize lazy resellers to pay me to motivate them, you know? But that's kind of what I want to do is like, I want to motivate people who want to be a
personal trainer. You want to be a personal trainer for resellers.
Yeah, basically, you know, it's basically what I want to do is I want to like tell people like, hey, you got this. Let's go get in your office and get listed. Like it's a great feeling when you sell something and that's motivating. But on days when you have slow sales, like yesterday, I think I sold 2 things on eBay and I sold 2 or 3 things on Poshmark. That's really slow for me, like really slow. But
how many things did you list the day before? I know you list like crazy.
I usually do at least 10, kind of like what you're doing, like the 10 a day in May thing. Like I'm usually listing at least 10. But
this, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably our best sales month by me sticking to 10 a day, but it is brutal. And it's only brutal because like I keep running out of inventory and I'll go out and like, I'm like, again, with how I source, it has to sell in 90 days or I won't buy it. So like the other day I went out and I only found 8 things. I'm like, well, crap, I have to list 10. What am I going to do? So I started going through this. I guess the only death pile I have is this tub of vintage Transformers that I got out of the trash. I already sold all the G.I. Joes. I just haven't gone through all these Transformers because half of them are broken and I got to figure out what the pieces are missing. And so I pulled some of those out and listed them. And of course they sold like immediately because I probably underpriced them. Just get out of here. I don't care. when I put a toy on eBay that I literally got out of the trash and it sells for $50, in my mind, I'm like, that's amazing. And then I look at the sold comps and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm $40 lower than everybody else.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for all the kind words in the chat. I appreciate it. You know, but like I said, I don't have any ill will or like hate towards the people who struggle, you know, because it's not for everybody. But I'm just a big fan of, you know, I've got a wife and kids to provide for, and I really wasn't even like, I wasn't raised to be a hustler, but I was just like, I didn't want to ever have to rely on anybody else for anything. And one of the things that like frustrates me the most is, sorry, G Jasso, work ethic runs in the family. Look at his mom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my mom's working really hard right now too. So, but yeah, Zach said we're all coworkers basically. So yeah, my story quote was totally true. Find your passion and you will find your people. Exactly. Jamie said, what are you using to clean those shoes?
This is just a magic eraser, and I am trying my hardest to get an endorsement from Dawn. It's just Dawn and water. Like if you watched any of my videos, I did a thing on this stuff, and it's not good. And it was $20 for this bottle.
Yeah, I use magic erasers and Dollar Tree dish soap. That's all I use.
Hopefully not
every time I post a clip on Instagram about cleaning shoes, I always get new DMs from new followers going, what do you use? I'm like, literally a Dollar Tree magic eraser. I promise it's the truth. Like, it's in water. It's not, you know, not any like magic serum, but you know, yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have to be Mr. Clean. Like, literally just look at that ingredient. It's going to be the same. Melamine.
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon too. You can buy like
a trash bag.
Yeah, like pyramids of like 250 of them or something. But I just don't have the space to store that.
Yeah, no, yeah. See,
and they normally last pretty long. So
yeah, when you said 250, my brain started going, nope, nowhere to put them. Can't do it.
Yeah. But just kind of going back to what I was saying, like it's no disrespect to, you know, to anybody who struggles with that. It's just that, like, I just don't want to what I was saying is I don't want to rely on anybody else. Like, one of the hardest things for me is I feel like over the last 10 years, like a lot of my friends from church, it would be like, you know, hey, let's go out to lunch after service, or, you know, hey, let's hang out and go to Dave and Buster's and play some games or something. And I always feel like there was always 3 or 4 of my friends that would be like, sorry, I can't spend the money tonight. And I'm like, listen, I will sell the shoes out of my closet to hang out with my friends and have a good time before I make an excuse and say, sorry, I don't have the money. Yeah. You know, like, that's just me. Like, that's just me. I'll go to freaking, you know, Walmart and buy oatmeal cream pies and Gatorades and sell them on the corner at a red light, you know, to have money to go hang out with my friends. It's just, I don't know. It's just natural in me to think that way. And I know a lot of people don't. And there's nothing wrong with saving and being, you know, frugal with your money if you really are in a spot, you know, but I've just never let money be an excuse to not spend time with my friends. And that always bothered me. So that's kind of why I am how I am, like, now with, you know, with what I do.
When I got into pest control and I went from an apprentice to a licensed technician to within the first year, I was the service manager for the other company that I worked for.
Good night, Renee. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you so much.
Good night. I don't want to say the money got to my head, but it's like, you know, living basically, you know, middle class, lower class, and then all of a sudden coming into money for a good amount of years. Like, you know, I got lazy in certain areas of life and it didn't really grind that much. But now it's like, like you said, I wouldn't trade not doing something to save that. I mean, I do save, and obviously I invest and all that good stuff, but no, like I want to hang out with friends and see people, and I don't want to, you know, the way I look at it, my brain works now, other than, you know, I have to think about the kids and stuff like that, is like my parents are in their 70s, and, you know, realistically they might have 10, 15 years left on this planet. And so,
yeah,
I'm trying to soak up that however I can. Like,
I mean, like one of the things that I really want to do, like, is I want to be the person that is succeeding so much that like I could like go out with my friends and I can just pay for it and it not be an issue.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like, you know, I want to get to that point where, like, you know, I'm so blessed, I guess you could say, or I'm succeeding, I'm making good money, I'm you know, running my business, I'm scaling that, like, I can go golfing with some buddies and then they're like, you know, how are we paying? And it's like, oh, you guys want to split it 3 ways? Or, you know, I'm like, no, I got this. Like, I just want to be able to be simple, not to flex or to make it seem like I'm better than them. But just because I want to be able to be a blessing to my friends because of the fruits of my labor is, you know, showing that. So
I kind of do a little bit what a dean does as well. So it's like if we want to go do something, like if we have something that we know we want to plan, like if we're going to do our yearly trip to Florida, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, it costs this much, so I need to sell, you know, 20 pairs of shoes, and that'll cover the meal expenses. So if I go do stuff with our friends, I always have that in my mind, like, okay, well, worst case, you want to pay for everybody. What's $100 meal for 4 people? You know, okay, cool. I got to find 4 pairs of shoes tomorrow.
Right. Exactly. If you start thinking like that, you change your mentality to think differently than, like, you know, oh my gosh, a Disney vacation is going to cost me, you know, $2,000. That's so much money. You start thinking about, okay, what do I got to source and find where I can profit $2,000 so that I don't have to take this out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the shift happens, and that's where the business changes, in my opinion, is you start thinking differently, where you're like, how many Mario parties do I have to find, you know, to pay for, you know, if I want a new pair of running shoes for myself, I mean, I don't buy new stuff for myself, really. It's just to teach these Tower Terror t-shirts. But like, if I want something for myself, like, I don't know, let's just say I want to get a new car because, you know, my car's older, you know, there's some issues with like the locks and stuff, and I don't like leaving my car unlocked in parking lots, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm like, okay, what do I got to do to get, you know, an extra 3 to 5K to buy a nice used car that I can use for thrifting, that, you know, I can beat up, I can throw stuff in, you know, instead of saying like, you know, it's going to cost me so much money to get a new car. Like, no, I just think about it differently. I just think about it differently.
You just go to Utah and hang out with Tim for one weekend, and then you can get a $6,000 car.
Yeah, basically. That's exactly right.
No, yeah. Once we started putting it like that, it's like, hey, we're gonna go have dinner with some friends. Okay, well, let's leave the house an hour early. There's 2 thrift stores by the restaurant we're all gonna meet at, so let's pop in there before we meet up with them. And, you know, let's say the meal's gonna cost $60. Let's find $60 worth of stuff in this thrift store. That way,
I think that's awesome.
That way,
like, my wife and I are we don't go on a lot of date nights. But Tommy, what's up, dude? My Tower Terror shirt's actually in the wash right now because I've been wearing it. But shout out to Tommy who helped me find that last shirt. Let me see if it's here. I don't think it is. Oh, no. Yeah, here. I just pulled it out. I just pulled it out of the wash. Right here, Tommy. I got it, baby. It's in my hands, in my possession. Shout out to Tommy and Paul, the Philly Flipper, for making my dreams come true. All of my Disney dreams come true with this Tower Terror t-shirt. It's like definitely one of my favorite ones in my collection. It will never leave and fits me like a dream. So, you know, shout out to Tommy for this. Big ups to him for that. And that's actually another thing. You know, we were talking earlier about how some people look at what we do as like scalpers. I think that's the side of reselling that people don't really acknowledge. Is I think it's more of being I think resellers are more givers, because it's like, if I know you like Tower of Terror shirts, if I find one at the bins, I'm be like, you're the first person I'm going to send a picture to. Yeah.
If I know, you know, Harry Tornado likes the Office stuff like I do, and I find something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to send him a picture of it. Like,
yeah,
I think it's a cool little network. You know, I'm in a lot of different little cliques in the music scene and this and that, and it's just like this one's definitely different.
Yeah, the reselling community is insanely supportive. Like, it's crazy to me that like I try to pop in other people's lives like throughout the day when I'm listing and stuff, but I'm actually literally listing. So I'm not always in the comment section because I'm like, but I'll stop into Paul and Dante and, you know, all the people who are live during the day sometimes. And, you know, Cajun Roots Reseller and then Primetime Treasure Hunter at night on Wednesdays and Bolo Buddies and all these people to say hi, you know, so people know that I'm there, but I'm literally listing. So, you know, but the reselling community is so giving. It's insane. Like that one night where Joey got super chatted like over $600. And it was like, Joey wasn't like sobbing going, guys, I'm having the worst week. I've made no money on eBay.
Yeah.
And then people were, you know, super chatting. Like people were just sending money. And then Joey was like freaking out. And then it was like just a snowball effect.
Well, the cool thing about that night was it's like, aren't we in like some like downs, you know, unemployment's had skyrocketed and all this.
Dude, I know.
All this is going on in the world, but these people we're all just throwing money at Joey just because, you know, that's how the reseller, you know, I think that's why I personally get so like you got very about lazy resellers complaining all the time. That's how I get if anybody read my rant on the Instagram story about the reseller quote unquote gurus. It's just like, dude, don't sell a course. Like there's a millions of free content. I get it. You have a huge following. And if you tell people, you know, for $10, I'll tell you the secret. Well, guess what? Here's the secret, folks. It's free. Work.
Don't get started on courses too much. Tommy will want to come in the live with you.
I
agree though. I agree to some extent. I mean, I see people who are using it as like a business. You know, my personal opinion on it is it's not for me to sell a course, but I see people like Rally Roots who are helping people and nobody's forcing them to pay for the course. So
I understand that part of it as far as like nobody's forcing. So if you sign up and, you know, buyer beware, that's the same thing as buying used items. And I get that. I guess most of my animosity is towards more of the FBA ones. I don't do a lot of Amazon, but those are the ads that you see before. So it's just like
the FBA ones are really bad. But my opinion, my stance is this. I think that most people who sell courses are making money on people who are looking for a shortcut because they don't want to put in the work.
Yep.
So hold on, time out. Dana, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. Support fellow creators. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And then something else. Courses, Tommy said courses are made for idiots to buy. I think that most courses are for people who are either lazy or want to take shortcuts, expecting to not have to learn, you know, themselves. Like you were saying, there's millions of free hours of content about reselling and bolos. Like if you want to learn about bolos, literally just sit for a week straight and binge watch all of Bolo Buddy's videos, all of Courtney's videos. You will learn more bolos from her videos than almost any other channel because that's all she focuses on is telling you stuff you can pick up and resell. And she's always sharing it in her Facebook group. If you just sat and binged watch her YouTube channel for a week straight, and then you went and looked for all this kind of stuff, I guarantee you would make more money than you would make if you were to buy a course teaching you how to sell on eBay. But most people just want like they want their hand held. And that's going back to what I was saying earlier about like, not everybody is as, you know, devoted to no death piles, and not as many people are as driven as me or as hardworking as me. And that's fine because those people, to succeed in reselling, not all of them, but some of them need their hands held through the process. They don't want to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
And so that's all I have to say about that. So
it's just like, I guess my brain, people used to ask me all the time what I meant when I would say like, not everybody's made to be a reseller. Like some people are just made to work a 9-to-5, get that regular.
Right.
And they're like, well, how come in your videos you're saying anybody can do it, but then you're saying that not everybody should be a reseller? It's like, well, you have to look at it like you could do anything. It's just you have to put in the work. And I think that people that don't want to put in the work are not going to be good at whatever it is. It doesn't have to be reselling, you know, like.
Yeah, it's literally anything in life. Like, you know, those are the same type of people, in my opinion. Again, this isn't everybody, but it's the statistical, you know, group. You know, there's statistical anomalies to every percentage of, you know, whatever. You know, there are people that have money that it's just convenient for them to buy a course because they're going to get one-on-one conversations with certain people, and it's going to make them feel better, you know, and they have the money to do it. That's fine. Let them spend the money. But what was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought because I'm trying to list at the same time. But it really comes down to, like, how bad do you want it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, do you want it bad enough that you'll sit and binge watch? You know, like, if you want to be a power lifter, then you got to go to the gym every day. You know, if you want to be an actor, you got to find an agent and you got to start putting your name out there every day. If you want to be a hardcore reseller that is making a full-time income that can provide for your family, then you need to start doing the things that it requires every day. You need a source, you need a list, you need to do your bookkeeping, you need to keep track of your receipts, you need to write down your sales in a spreadsheet. You can't just be buying stuff, not recording it, and then saying, like, oh, I sold this for I made $500 this week. But did you spend $2,000 to make 500?
Yeah.
You know, so
is this part of your course that you're talking about right now? I'm just kidding.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, no,
now I need to come up with a creative name for my course.
Dude, I'm telling you, you just need to be Drew, the certified personal trainer of reselling. Just like always have sleeveless shirts on and just get a whistle. Start going to Goodwills and like blowing your whistle at other people, because you can always tell who a reseller is. You're like, don't buy that. Exactly. That's a horrible idea. No, I told somebody here locally, like, that wanted to get into it. I was like, they're like, well, what do I look for? How do I start? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, just go to a thrift store and just start looking everything up. Don't buy anything. Just look everything up. Learn how to use the platforms first. Yep. That's a great way. I mean, it really is as simple as that. It's literally as simple as that. And it's free. You don't have to buy anything. Just go there and look stuff up, find out, oh, well, selling shirts is kind of rough because I see all these listings and everybody wants pit to pit and neck to, and then, oh, they want sleeve length, and oh, single stitch. What the hell does that mean? But I'm learning that with jeans. I love selling jeans, but then in the beginning, when I first started listing them, I would just do the inseam measurement. I would just take a picture of it with the yardstick because that's the easiest way to do it. But then I noticed that, well, if you're selling vintage jeans, even if they're men's and you list them as men's, that's trendy right now for everybody to wear mom jeans. So mostly it's women that are going to be messaging you, and the first thing they're going to ask is, well, what's the rise? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Great. Now I got to take a picture of the rise. Hey, Drew and Sarah, thank you so much. I'll take a lemon shot for you. I don't have anything to drink. No. I'm actually running out of water, but thank you so much for the $5.99 super chat. Appreciate you guys. Congrats on hitting 1,000 subscribers. It's amazing. Lesson 1: courses are shortcuts. Get out there and take action. Exactly. Yeah. Pretty much. Mine would be something like that. It would be a secret. The whole course would be a secret until after you pay for it, and then you get the syllabus, and it's like lesson 1: stop being lazy and go to a thrift store. Lesson 1: don't send money to strangers. Lesson 2: yeah, exactly. Frugal Author said Drew already has a client. His name is Joey. Except Joey doesn't pay me, but. Well, no, I mean, so the way I look at it is I have a bunch of mentors, whether it be you or Walter or Harry. It's like, even if we're not engaging in the same things and selling the same stuff, it's like, that's the whole part of the community where it takes over. It's like everybody's teaching everyone. It doesn't matter where your level is, something. Yeah. Like you guys will find a shoe that I've never even heard of before. And then surprisingly, the way the universe works in the reseller community, I'll find a pair within the next week. Yeah. Like my Bernhard Wilhelms, but I call him my Tommy Bernhards because it's spelled the same way as his last name. Yeah, it's the way it works. And what's funny is like whatever the bolo is it's probably been there for like a week, and I just never looked at it. And then all of a sudden I see it. Someone else is like, hey, this is a great. And I'm like, wait, why do I know that? It's because you get comfortable. Like I'm really good at Brooks, Asics, Adidas, Nike, Vans, you know? So
Yep.
when somebody's like, oh man, have you sold any, before it was Hoka's, I had no clue. I'm just like, that is a big, dumb platform looking shoe. And then I looked it up, and more recently I bought Stacy a pair brand new, and it hurt my heart. When they told me the total at the register, I was like, I have to sell 20 pairs of used shoes to afford these.
Yeah.
They're like, what? I'm like, nothing.
Yeah, I don't pay retail for almost anything. I'm way too cheap.
Yeah.
I'll buy stuff for my wife new because, it's my wife and she deserves it, but I just don't buy anything new for myself. I'm not a materialistic person, so like I guess that's why Hoka's, for example, sell so good used, because like I don't need to spend $180 on a pair of Hoka's. I'll buy them used for $60.
Yeah.
And even that is too much for me. Like I usually say, I'll wait till I find them at the flea market in my size.
What's funny is, and I learned this recently, is you buy the Hoka's brand new, and then immediately they tell you, oh, by the way, we have $24.99 insoles that are custom made for your foot, because the ones in the Hoka, those are just, standard. They're not going to be perfect. Exactly. If you're a real runner, you have to have these form fitted ones.
Yep.
And I'm like, she's about to run out of this store with me, because that's a bit.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy kind of hit the nail on the head right there. It's like, you can be a great picker, but you have to understand eBay too. Like, I learned about the difference between like flat rate shipping and calculated shipping from Tommy. And I wouldn't say that when I changed my listings, I like dramatically saw like a 70% increase in sales, but I did see a difference in understanding, and I do make more sales from it now. The fact of, if I'm in Florida and a buyer from California is buying a Guitar Hero guitar from me, which I said earlier in Joey's live, and shipping is going to show calculated $36, and realistically it only costs $12, the person who's doing flat rate shipping for $12 is going to make the sale all day before the person with the calculated shipping.
Yep.
And so if you don't know those ins and outs of eBay and other platforms like Poshmark, you have to share your closet to boost your stuff back up in the search ranks. If you don't understand that stuff, you can't just list 10 pairs of shoes on Poshmark and then be like, my stuff doesn't sell. Reselling is dumb. Tommy said calculated shipping is the first sign of not knowing eBay. I mean, it's pretty true. And I learned that well after I started reselling. So, it's definitely something that everybody should know.
Usually what happens is you get burned one good time and you're like, oh, lesson learned, understood.
Yeah, you have to learn your products about the flat rate shipping, because you should know that like a Guitar Hero guitar is going to cost you basically anywhere in the country no more than $15 or $16 to ship.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that and you put free shipping and then you send it to California, like for example, I have all those Rock Band drum sets, and I should have done flat rate shipping. I listed it high, but it just seems like every time I list something free shipping, I sell it to California and then it costs me an arm and a leg. But I sold this drum set, Rock Band drum set, and it cost me like $31 to ship, so it ate up some of my profits. But normally like that would not cost that much. So, if you do understand calculated shipping and you still do it, there's only like two reasons. One, because you don't have to do an extra step when you're listing, because it automatically fills in calculated shipping. You don't have to change it, or you're trying to profit on the shipping and make more money on the items that you're selling.
Yeah.
So,
which depending on who's buying, a lot of people have caught on to stuff like that anyway. So,
yeah. All right, let's finish this listing. I already put it on eBay, but I don't think I put it on Poshmark. So, I did put it on Poshmark. Dang, I'm good.
Look at you.
I got to put it on Mercari real quick.
What's funny is I've kind of like scaled back on cross listing onto Posh and have started cross listing more onto Mercari, and Mercari is doing really awesome for us.
I like both platforms. I do well on both. I have a virtual assistant that shares my Poshmark closet for me. So, Drifter Thrifter said Joey looks different. Yeah, he gained some muscle and a few tattoos.
That's the best I can do, guys.
Well, hey there, pal.
I'm more of a.
I can't do either of those, but for a second I thought you were going to do a metal screamo voice there. No. So,
man, if I woke the kids up, I would be dead.
I mean, it's late, so it's 1 a.m. right now, which I'm like wide awake. I don't know why.
Oh, so it's only midnight here, man. That's nothing, man.
I'm usually up late every night, but like right now I'm like, maybe it's because I'm live.
Yeah.
But
all we need is a money train, and then you'll stay up till the sunrise. I look at these lives, like I watch you and Joey, and then there's a few others that I watch, and I'm like, man, this is really just kind of like reseller therapy.
It's really nice to be able to like
get it all out with someone else that knows what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Because
it really is.
Yeah, when I talk to my regular friends or my 9-to-5ers, they're just like, wait, what? And I'm just like, oh God, you don't get it.
Trying to keep up with the chat a little bit. So I do free shipping on most under a pound calculated on larger items and sell $2K a week. I tried included on all and didn't notice any difference. I'm not sure I understand what that means, but I mean, hey, listen, everybody's business model is different. If like Tim Osborne at Thrift, everything he sells is calculated shipping, and that man makes more money than almost any other reseller I know.
Yeah.
So, Tim, and he's way in Idaho. So he's like way in the corner of the country there. So, I mean, more power to him. I don't think that necessarily calculated shipping is bad, but with the type of stuff that Tim sells, like when you're selling an Electrolux vacuum, there's really no way to know what flat rate's going to be on that unless you sell hundreds of them.
Yeah.
So I can understand doing calculated shipping, but it's just a matter of like, your item may take a little longer to sell if the sell-through rate is not as great as a different item because of the calculated shipping. If you're in Florida, I might look for one that has cheaper shipping. But I mean, Tim kills it. So
I think shipping is one of the main things
included shipping
that keeps people from either reselling or getting started. They're so just like they don't understand how it works. We bought some band shirts today from a buddy, and he's in San Antonio, and he shipped them, and he sent us a picture of the receipt with the tracking, and these are t-shirts on the receipt from post office, 10 ounces, $8.26. And I'm like, dude, why did you send it 2-day priority? It's a 10-ounce shirt. He's like, I don't understand. I'm like, clearly.
Yeah, I mean, the post office really, in my opinion, is just a big scam.
Oh, like, well, yeah, of course.
I mean, my dad will send stuff for our kids, like for the holidays, because my dad doesn't live anywhere near us. So like Valentine's Day, Easter, 4th of July, whatever, he'll send like candy and a little toy or something. And he's always sending it in medium flat rate boxes. And I'm like, Dad, use pirateship.com and send it from your house. It'll cost you half as much.
Yeah.
And my dad's very well off. So it's not like the difference of $7 for my dad to have the post office basically do the work for him.
Yeah.
He puts the box up there and says, give me a label. My dad doesn't really care. But also, I mean, the post office is like, a lot of people just don't understand how it works. They just think that the price is the price. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit or whatever. And it's really not the case. Like, they're not going to tell you first. They're not going to tell you to ship it first class. They're going to tell you, oh, we have priority mail envelopes. Just grab one and throw the shirt in it.
And it comes with free insurance. That's where they get people is like, oh, if you ship a priority, you get the free $50 insurance.
Yeah, exactly. The insurance thing is kind of an upsell that you know, it's like, in my opinion, it's like a pyramid scheme upsell. Like you don't really need the insurance on a 10-ounce t-shirt.
Joey, why have you not released a video on post office hacks, man?
Because he would get fired.
Well, doesn't he want to quit anyway? No.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't think he's ready yet.
Nothing in life will motivate you more than getting fired.
I mean, that's how I became a reseller. Is I got fired from my job as an IT director or a corporate director for an IT company. I got fired like one day. I showed up to the office and they're like, "We heard you're talking crap about the company. You got to go." And I was like, "What?" And they literally didn't want to hear anything I have to say, and they let me go. And they're like, "You got to go." And I was like, "Okay." So then I started going to garage sales that weekend, and that weekend I found a camera. I bought a box of cameras for $100, and I sold one camera out of that box for $875. Yep. And I was like, "Yep, I'll never go get another job ever again."
Getting fired changed your life, which is
it really did.
If you actually listen or talk to anybody that's successful in whatever venture of life, that's usually the case. It's just sometimes you just need to be told, like, it clicks in your brain, like, oh man. It's like every few weeks you'll see the same meme go across Instagram. It just says like, the job that you go to today, if you died right now, they would replace you within 30 seconds, 30 days or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just crazy to me. Like, because you're disposable. Like,
yeah,
you're just an employee. You're just a worker ant. Like,
once that clicks in your head, man, life changes.
It's just not. You literally don't mean anything to these people. Most people. Now, yeah. if you're a mom and pop shop and you have a couple employees, like you're probably close with them and that kind of stuff. But it's just you're so replaceable. Like it's just the way that the world is, and I just don't want that kind of life for myself. And I want freedom to be able to go outside and play Frisbee with my son when he gets home from school. And then I just come in and do some listings and then, eat dinner and do what I want. Like this weekend, I'm going to a wedding in North Carolina and I don't have to worry about asking off work. I don't have to worry about getting an employee to take my shift. I don't have to worry about missing out on money. Cause what I'll do is I'll take pictures and I'll have them on my phone.
Yep.
And then I'll do listings, in the hotel room or whatever late at night. Like it's just an amazing life. That's all I got to say. It's an amazing life. That's
what we do. And it's honestly, it's easier to plan it that way. It's like, okay, well, we're going to go out of town for 3 days. Okay. Well, we know that in 2 weeks, we're going out of town for 3 weeks. So, and I have 3 weeks to get enough inventory that I can have photos on my phone. And while we're on vacation at night, before I go to bed, I'll push through the listings.
Donatello, what's up? Said I'm not the only one up working late. That's right. Yeah, Tommy and Dana are having their own conversation in here. So There you go. Resell Chick, hello. You guys are night owls. Is it better to use Pirate Ship when it's a large box? Does it go by cubic instead of weight? I guess it depends on how big the box is. Pirate Ship is only USPS. It's not UPS or FedEx ground. So if it's a really big box, you might want to try Go Shippo, or one of those websites. But it just depends on the size of the box and the weight. Because, I mean, you can use a priority large flat rate box, if it'll fit. And $19.99 is relatively inexpensive if you are putting 2 50-pound dumbbells, in a large flat rate box. Gijasso, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Ooh.
Drew and Sarah said being fired is the biggest blessing. Some people don't see the opportunity right in front of them. Exactly. Mom Lori said that's how my husband and I became self-employed. He's a veterinarian and the company let go 2 vets and he went into business for himself many years ago. That's awesome.
Yep. For me, the reason I left the pest control company and started my own is because I was the next in line below the owner, who doesn't live in the same city. He's like 4 hours away. So I was in charge of the entire operation, 42 technicians, blah, blah, blah. And then his son, who was a script writer in California, moved back to Texas and decided to join the family business. So I had a meeting with them and they told me that I was at the highest position I would ever achieve And I was like, yeah, my brain doesn't process that well, so I'm out.
Yeah, like basically they're saying we're not able to pay you any more money ever. This is where you'll cap at.
Yeah, so like being 28 years old, or I think I was like 29. Being 29 and hearing, "This is it. This is your ceiling, buddy." I was like, "I'm out."
Yeah, that's rough. When I actually, do you know who Grant Cardone is?
Mm-mm. No.
He lives in Miami. He's a businessman. He's like right now his big thing is like selling real estate and stuff, but he does these like growth conferences now, where he like brings in all these like big speakers and wealthy people to teach you how to make money and stuff. But one of his mottos, or he has like a small TV series that was on YouTube called Whatever It Takes, and is basically like hiring people for his company, but it was like the hiring process is, do you have whatever it takes? And he would put people through like grueling stuff to find out if they could handle it. Like he'd pull them into the office and be like, do you want to sell yourself, or do you want to sell this bottle of water? Like it was a sales position for his company. And they'd say, I want to sell the water. And he'd say, okay, good, sell yourself. And he'd flip it on them. And then they'd have to sell themselves on why he should hire them. And I just love his mentality. Like, I think he's a little stuck up and he's a little materialistic, like about having cars and jets and all these kinds of things. But I mean, the man's worth hundreds of millions. And but I love his motto, whatever it takes. And that just has always stuck with me. It's just like, I don't want to be capped at any businesses, like I used to work for Publix, and one of the reasons I quit Publix back in the day, which is a grocery store chain here in Florida, is I worked there for a year and I worked my tail off. And then it was time for my yearly evaluation to get a raise. And I scored a 98 out of 100. And guess how much of a raise they gave me?
10 cents.
5 cents.
Oh, out. I would have just walked.
They gave me a nickel raise. I was gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have gave it 2 weeks. I used to tell that to when I would hire guys at that other company. I would tell them, I'm like, hey, usually bonuses and pay raises are every 6 months here. Don't quote me on that because I'm just the supervisor. I'm not the owner. But me personally, I would never stay with I'd never stay with a company that doesn't evaluate you at least twice a year.
Yeah. Well, on top of that, a nickel, when you look at, if I was working 40 hours a week for 52 weeks out of the year without any vacations, I did the math and it was like, I'm going to make an extra $900 a year with my nickel raise.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just so dumb.
There's I never have them memorized unless it's like I'm literally looking at the photo. But one of those Warren Buffett ones is talking about spending 40 years of your life to at a job, and then when you retire, you get to live off of 40% of what you earned for 40 years.
Yeah,
it's just like I don't know. Some people don't. Some people, when you talk to them, they're just like, no. But I get it. You can kind of look at it.
I mean, again, I don't judge anybody for, the way they choose to live their life. It's just it disappoints me. Like I have this one friend who I'm really, really close with at church, and I'm like, I've been trying to get him into reselling, because he's like always struggled with finding a job that will pay him more than like $14 an hour, and he's got 2 kids and a wife, and I'm like, listen, man, do you really want to be cleaning pools for the rest of your life for $15 an hour? Like, let me show you reselling. Like, he's seen my business. He knows how much money I make. And it's just like, how does it not excite you that you can find an Xbox? Actually, I posted on my Instagram the other day about a Rock Band set that I got for free out of the dumpster, and I tagged you in it.
Yeah.
My wife actually went and picked it up. It was that friend. He lives in that apartment complex, and he texted me and said, hey, there's this Rock Band set in front of my dumpster. If you want it, come get it. And I'm like, dude, pick that up and sell it. It's $300 worth of Rock Band stuff. And he's like, nah, I'm good. And I'm like, how are you always complaining that you don't have money to go out and hang out with us when you literally just refuse $300 worth of stuff? I'm like, I will help you pack it and ship it when you sell it.
I think you just found the people that pay for courses.
Jody, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. There's still 94 people in the chat. Guys, I only see a few comments, so let me know in the chat what you are listing. It's currently 1:30 a.m. in Florida. Let me know in the chat. I want to see some names. Let me know in the chat what you're listing right now. Or if you're just listening and you're enjoying the conversation, let me know. Put a thumbs up or something in the chat so I can see who all's here. I just want to say hi to you and thank you for being here, hanging out with us. Hopefully you're getting some work done. It seems like a lot of people are. So, but yeah, let me know.
And Stacy, if you're still watching and it's time for me to get off, throw something in my peripheral. I'm watching. This is my good side. I can see you over here.
Big Thrift Philly counting board game pieces. Mississippi Gypsy lurking and big chilling. Addo just listening. Scott is listening and reorganizing. Annie's in here. Mayberry Picker listing. Let's go. Scott. Drew and Sarah sitting in the car listening. Nice. My favorite thing, clothing. Still listing in California. Let's go. Tommy is Loro Piana Sport Coat. That's big money. Pirate's Prayer, Boba Fett. Look at all these names now. Lurking and listening. Frugal Monsters, hats. Holly, what's up, Holly? Thanks so much for being here. I don't know if I recognize that name or not. Sorry if I have you've been here before. Annie, Matt Resells said, Tommy, what's up, bud?
I'm being kind.
Just listening. You guys help me list. I appreciate it. Why can't I talk tonight? Greg with the super sticker. Thank you so much. Tracy, I just sold a Zoji Rushi rice cooker. That's awesome.
Because you have me on.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch any of my videos, I literally fumble on the simplest words and I just leave it in. I'm not going to take it out.
Yeah.
I want people to know that I'm not perfect.
Oh gosh, sorry to hear that. Said suspended for 10 days, saving my drafts though. Yeah, just keep those drafts up and then as soon as your suspension's up, boom, make them all active and you'll make sales.
Did you use the word Velcro? What was it?
That was me. Yeah, that's what I used.
Oh, man.
It's actually one of my most popular videos. I think it's got like 15K views on it for getting banned on eBay. D Middleman Picker, I'm at work listening. Let's go. Resell Chick. I was on my way to bed and turned on YouTube and saw you guys were on. Kimmy is listening and learning. Perla, what's up?
You're going to lose all your super chats because we just said the V word.
The V word, that's right. Bloopers for the win. Selling waffle makers and listing toasters, Greg. Dude, I love watching what Greg sells. It's awesome. He doesn't even sell on eBay, so he sells like Mercari and Facebook.
Yeah, I saw like those double H boots, man. Boots are huge here, so learning about boots has been really awesome for our sales.
Dude, Greg kills it with the boots, man. That man, him and Troy Mountain Man Treasure, they sell more boots than anybody I'm aware of, but that's because I see them post them.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like I find Tony Lama boots and I can't sell them for the life of me. Greg finds a pair of Tony Lama boots or Lucchese boots and he sells them on Mercari for like $400.
Yeah, which is crazy because if you're finding those boots in your area where nobody should be wearing boots in Florida, I don't think, unless they're down in like the Everglades area, maybe you could wear boots, but somebody on Posh would still be. It doesn't matter that you live in Florida. The fact that you have them, they should still sell.
Yeah, it's crazy. Maybe I'm overpricing them. I don't know. The elephant ones that I got the comment on earlier is like, bro, these are elephant, by the way.
You're like, oh, I'm sorry. I should raise the price then. I didn't know that.
I'm like, my bad.
Yeah, I think I probably have to check the numbers, but I think our top selling boot is like a women's Justin Gypsy boot. Like they just sell. Justin boots and Ariat boots do sell very well, but like the Tony Llamas, Tony Llamas and Lucchese's. No, Greg, they haven't sold yet. The Lucchese's, they do pretty well, actually. I mean, I don't know. I know there's like different styles. I know there's like, so Lucchese boots are kind of like Nikes. There's like different tiers. Like you have the full quill. There's the half quill. There's no like ostrich. There's just leather. But I mean, if I see that name inside a boot, unless it's like falling apart, I'll buy it. Because here you could even sell it just at a garage sale for $20. Yeah, I have them list my Lucchese's. I have them listed for $300 though, so I don't know if that's too much or not. But yeah, I mean, the most expensive pair I've ever sold was $174.99. But you might have some amazing like full quill, perfect So I don't know. But
Lisa, nice. Thank you so much for being here, Lisa. Listening while putting cabinets together and updating my eBay room. I love to hear that.
I also have the business model where if my buy cost, if I can keep my average buy cost below $6, I'm okay with being like 20% lower than everyone else on the market, because I just want it gone.
Yep.
That's the only like difference Stacy and I have, is sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. Let's just get rid of it. I'm going to take that offer. Like, no, counter. I'm like, no. I'm just going to take this.
Yeah, I'm usually a slow dime versus a fast nickel kind of guy. But I'm also not opposed to accepting offers if it's something that's been sitting for a while. I had a $200 offer on the Lucchese's on Poshmark like a week after I listed them, but it was only for a week, and Poshmark's fees are 20%. So then obviously I would have had to pay, $40. And I just got an offer for something on Poshmark, but, so I'm thinking about all this stuff. I'm like, I only had them listed for a week. If I'm getting $200 offers already, surely. So I countered at $250, and then they declined it. And I was like, ugh,
it's funny because I used to decline lowball offers on Posh. Like I wouldn't even entertain a counter. Like if I have something listed and, let's say I have it listed for 40 and somebody offers me $9, I don't even entertain countering, because in my mind, I'm like, we're so far apart that it's a waste of my time.
Yeah.
So I would just decline. And then I started getting people that would message me like on the listing, and they'd just be like, hey, I see you're an ambassador. Us too. Just a tip from ambassador to ambassador. Declining is not good. Always counter. And I'm just like, hey, you offered $9. Sorry. Like, that's why I said, like, maybe me and Posh weren't made to be, because I don't know. It's too much. It's a lot of work, even with my bot, or, my virtual assistant. I said virtual assistant.
Your virtual assistant. I like Poshmark. I mean, I make consistent sales on Poshmark. So, I've been selling on there for, I think I started Poshmark like 8 months after I started reselling, when I really started hitting the bins, and for clothing and shoes. And I actually really like the platform. I don't mind paying the 20% fees, but, because of the shipping is so easy, and you just print the label and you just throw it in a priority box and it's all done. And you have a lot more seller protection, like you cannot return anything on Poshmark for doesn't fit or don't like it, or, color is different than described, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, I love the seller protection, and I'm more than happy to pay for it with Poshmark. Because, I mean, realistically, if you think about eBay is an average of 13%, and then you're doing, running a sale, or you're doing a boosted post at 1, 2, or 3%, I mean, you're really close anyway. Let's just call it 15, 16%. I mean, that extra 4% really doesn't make much of a difference. And, Poshmark, I feel like, has more protection. So
what I find awesome and infuriating at the same time is how you've got Mercari and Poshmark that are fairly new platforms, and they've already got the science down to, you have to have the money if you're going to buy the item.
Right.
And here's eBay, the largest selling platform behind Amazon, and I can still buy something off your store tonight and not pay for it for 5 days, and then a case will open, which is another 5 days.
So yeah, or you can just send a message and be like, changed my mind, don't want them.
Yeah, so
like on Poshmark, you can't do that. On eBay, you can ship something, and in the middle of shipping, a buyer can literally refuse the shipment.
Yep.
Tell the post office I don't want it, and then they can put in a return request and say, I changed my mind. Like I made a sale the other day on eBay. I sold, what did I sell? I don't remember. It was expensive though. It was like an $89.99 or a $99 sale. And then the buyer sent me a DM, or not a DM, but sent me a message and was like, sorry, I need to cancel this order when the shoes get here, or whatever it was, when the item gets here. I found another one cheaper. I'm like, that's
not how this works.
Yeah. It's not how this works at all. So anyway, I agree. It's just, eBay is so archaic, but they do have such a big, like,
yeah,
platform that you almost can't not use them.
It's one of those things where you just like suffer because you know that you have to do it. But yeah, we get the funny ones all the time. Like I had one today while we were driving. I get an offer on some shoes. I accept the offer because they're like $4 off. So I'm like, yeah, cool. And then immediately get a message. Oh, hey, that offer was sent by accident. Can you cancel that? And then I was like, okay, I don't know how you accidentally sent me an offer, but sure, no problem. And they're like, well, it wasn't really an accident. I just wanted to put a lower price than I did.
I had these the Omar Salazar Dinosaur Jr. Nike SBs.
Dude, I sent those to my buddy and was like, he's like the biggest Dinosaur Jr. fan in the world. And I was like, dude, even if these don't fit, you have to have these for your little display case. And I don't think he clicked on the link. I was like, dude, buy these shoes.
So I sold them on Poshmark for full price of $250.
Amazing.
And then this is exactly what happened with what Tommy was saying. There's a 3-hour cancellation window, and I was going to ship them out same day, and I didn't, because it was an expensive sale. And the guy sent me a message on Poshmark and was like, "Can you please cancel this? I didn't mean to buy these." I'm like, how do you not accidentally? How do you accidentally purchase a $250 pair of shoes?
I could tell you what it is, but I don't want to give the kids secrets away. Well, no, you know what? Because I'm a seller. So what it is he purchased it. It says sold. Take a screenshot. You can now flex that you bought them on Instagram, and then you cancel the order.
I really hope that's not the case. That's really sad. But, it wouldn't surprise me because I've literally seen resellers in Orlando fake pictures at the bins, like with rare vintage t-shirts. They show up with their duffel bags and pretend like there's nothing in there, and then they put a Grateful Dead shirt in the bins and take a picture like they found it there, and then post it on Instagram. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
People accuse Cantu of that here all the time.
I don't think that Cantu plans stuff. I just think that the thrift stores give him early access to everything, so he walks in and they put good stuff in there, from the back, knowing that he gets in at 8 before the store opens at 9. That's my perspective.
Well, since you said it, I will actually tell you exactly what it is. So, restock day at the stores that all the vintage kids go to that'll line up at like 1 a.m. and they open at 7 is Wednesdays. That's $2 day. That's restock day here. He gets to go Tuesday night from 8 to 9.
Yeah, I knew he went in early because you never see anybody else in the thrift when he's there, unless he's at in the middle of the day going to a Goodwill. And the guy still does find stuff everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
But
I think at this point it's like he's built this. He's the largest reseller / thrifter on YouTube. So if he's made that connection with managers and they're like, hey, yeah, you can come in here. It is what it is. I can't hate on him. I mean, name another reseller that has a endorsement with Puma. That's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business. Like, not everybody's gonna like it, but realistically, like, if you want that same hookup, you start making YouTube videos and you start editing them and you start putting out content every single day. I mean, you got to give Paul credit. The guy has been making YouTube videos for like 7 years.
Yep.
Right. It's not just like, he paid Goodwill to start giving him, rare t-shirts. I mean, the guy's been thrifting and making YouTube videos for 7 years. Most resellers on YouTube have been doing it for less than 2 years. There's the OGs, your Rally Roots, your Raking Profits, your, Rockstar Flippers, those types of people. But did you say .com? Was that you?
Yeah.
.com.
Dude,
but
you got in my videos. That's so funny to me. I love it.
But I don't knock his hustle. I just, I think the thing is, it's easy to critique other people when you're not there because everybody says they would do things differently. Like, I wouldn't take sponsorships because I actually list stuff. I mean, like, the guy makes his own website. He doesn't list on eBay anymore. He lists on thriftheavenvintage.com. So,
and most of the time, I don't even think his YouTube videos are monetized because of the way that he makes them.
Yeah, the cutscene stuff. He doesn't monetize most of his videos. It's mostly sponsors.
Yeah, it's he got a endorsement with is it Bounty or Downy? Some kind of fabric for cleaning vintage.
I think he did Rejuvenator too.
Yeah, well, I was gonna start a whole series on that. It was gonna be just like Dawn versus, and then whatever one I buy, just show that Dawn just destroys everything. It's like that's not a good way to, as a shoe reseller. That's a good way to just not get any endorsements ever, unless you're only going for Dawn, which I would love. But yeah, no, Paul's put in a lot of work. He is definitely out there. But I mean, the dude, I can't knock him. The dude created a side YouTube channel just for his like planting.
Yeah, Paul Plant too.
And he's already got more subs than me, so whatever.
I think he's just a smart business person, to be honest. Like if he can, and actually realistically, if you look at thriftheavenvintage.com, his prices are very fair. Like he doesn't tax for anything. He's selling Disney shirts for $25-$30. He's selling jerseys for $20-$25. Like he really is for the people because he's living his best life,
He got hit up by one of the managers, Salvation Army, who had all the canceled concert tees from COVID.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like 700 shirts. Yeah. I bought a stack of the Post Malone ones, and I'm just sitting on them in a tub because I know they're just going to go up.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So I mean,
David, what's up, brother? The car boot picker. How are you, man?
He knows the market. He knows what to do. I mean, like I said, he's the.
Corey said, "Do you list each item on multiple platforms? And if so, have you ever run into a problem?" So yes, I do list. Not every single item goes on every platform. Clothing and shoes typically go on eBay and Poshmark. Shoes go on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari usually. And then hard goods are usually eBay and Facebook Marketplace. Video games, eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. So I have like a system for stuff that I've found that sells well for me on different platforms. But I have ran into that problem, and you just have to cancel the sale. I mean, there's really nothing you can do. You have to stay on top of it. But sometimes you lose track of one or two items, and then that's the one that sells.
That's usually the way it seems to work.
What?
What did you think?
I'm lifting these New Balances right now.
What did you think when Slobby Robbie came on the scene with his show on Netflix? That guy's a wild one too.
I mean, I think it's all a show. I think that he's had the store for a really long time. He's built a name for himself. It's just like, I mean, Blake was on the freaking, palette video show on whatever it's called, unboxing something or whatever. It's like different people who have built a name for themselves. Like, they get that recognition. I think that the store is real. I think that they make real sales. I think the show definitely hyped up vintage and stuff a lot for a lot of people. And I feel like he's probably done more good for the vintage community than he's done bad. But, in the show, he's, just a character, like the MCM and the Louis Vuitton and the Gucci and the bootleg. And if you don't understand that you can't sell bootleg and fake Gucci on eBay, but he can sell it in his brick and mortar store, then, that's and when you're going to be on a TV show and you have a pretty girl in a mini skirt and a tiny tank top walk in and want a Louis Vuitton purse, and you say, "Oh, I could do like a cool 500 for you." And they're not going to say no. They're going to buy it, because they want to be on TV.
If you would have just been picking your nose when you said that, that would have been a good impersonation. Well, so that's the thing. Like, I always wonder, because I chatted up with him a lot before the show came out, and then it got a little crazy after that, but which is understandable. But it's like, I wonder where the line was where he's not him anymore. He's just slobby all the time. Whereas like if you meet Paul at these like pop-ups, or you catch him at the thrift, like how you see him is pretty spot on. Yeah,
he's pretty chill. Bruh, Zach, it's 2:00 in the morning in Florida. It's like 8 p.m. still in Utah. You better not be going to bed, boy. I'm just kidding, man. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Guys, go follow Zach on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube.
Crazy world. We have all these different things. It used to just be like, come check out my MySpace.
Yeah.
Old Tom, my first friend.
That's right. What you know about that MySpace day? It's so funny when earlier we were talking in Joey's live about the NBA pencils, and I was like, they're from 1996, and then every comment was like, my firstborn was born in 96, and like everybody just started talking about it. It's so funny.
It's just
Drew and Sarah said Chris is getting through a ton of shoes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because
he's clean. He's cleaning though. He's not listing, right?
Yeah, I don't list. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do? You just tell me a little bit about Hammock. Let's talk about that real quick, because there's Vendoo, there's Sellhound, there's List Perfectly, there's Hammock, there's all these apps. Basically, you just take the pictures and then you send them, and they create the listing for you and cross post it.
Correct. And they also delist as well.
And so, do you have to tell them what to price it? I'm going to take off my hat, but sorry if you guys have to look at my bald, shiny head, but
when you create your account, basically they ask you a bunch of set questions on how you list. And then there's actually a section where you have to supply them with what you consider are 3 of your best listings. So then they can start generating, like, they're like, okay, well, these are his best listings, or these are the person's best listings. So this is what we're going to be basically train the VA to list like you list, what you consider your best work. So like the people that message me about it, I just tell them, like, treat reselling like it's your job and you're the boss, and this is a new hire, and so as good as you train them is as good as they'll be. So it's all connected. The app is going to have connection where it's messaging directly with your VA through the app, but for right now they're using WhatsApp.
Okay.
So like me, I'm what you would probably consider the bare bones lister when it comes to using their platform. I literally just submit my photos. I don't even tell them if they're men's or women's. I literally just send photos and then my custom SKU, so I know like what batch or where it's at.
Okay.
They do everything else. They do they'll check the sold comps, they'll do the pricing, they do the title, the SEO, the description, shipping. The way that I have it set up when I signed up, everything is automatically set to the way that I set up my account with Hammock. So when it comes to pricing, when you're setting up your account, you can choose, like, do you want to be on the higher end of sold comps? Do you want to be in the median range, or do you want to be on the low? And so like me, I picked median. And then if it's something like the Lucchese boots or whatever, if they price them what I think is a little too low, I'll bump it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, they do delist automatically.
But it takes like 24 hours or something, right? Like they don't do it instantly as soon as something sells.
It's faster than 24 hours. I personally don't use them for delisting. But the people that have started using them for delisting, is faster than 24 hours, but I don't know the actual speed of that. I know that they just brought on a bunch of US staff as well to make sure that the listing and the cross listing is almost seamless.
Do you hold on, I gotta grab another shoe here. Where is the?
No worries.
Do you feel like Hammock is gonna kind of like take over cross listing as far as like all the apps that are out there? Like Rally Roots uses Sellhound, Bolo Buddies uses List Perfectly, all these different resellers are using different platforms. The reason I don't use any of them is because I've tried 2 of them and they were absolute garbage to me, where you have to like take pictures of certain angles that they want, and then you have to upload it, and then they have to send it back to you, and then you have to approve it, and then they list it for you. And by that time I could have already done it by myself.
So the way it's currently set up, and again, this is constantly evolving. So Hammock's only been around since October. I signed on in December. I'm still a paying customer, like just because like I do content for them, I still pay all that good stuff. It's not a free ride. But I've always been 100% about if something sucks, I'll just tell people it sucks. And you know, they're currently working on their white background app in their white background setting in the app to where if you use it, it's automatically exactly like Photo Room. I had a meeting with some of the people that are directing the app and like showed them why I still use Photo Room, because I like the shadow. It looks more professional. I'm a big believer that the main photo has to be white background on any platform, because you want to base yourself off of Amazon, which is the leader. So only my main photo is white. Everything else is my standard wood background like everyone else. But yeah, I think they're going to take over. And the reason I think that is because you can sign up with them and not have them do your listing. You can actually sign up with them and just have them do your delisting, or just have them do your cross listing.
Okay. See, the other thing is that the Hammock is the first cross listing platform that I've heard of so far that is actually like mobile user friendly, because List Perfectly is on your computer, Sellhound is on your computer, and I use my phone for everything. I don't list on my computer.
No.
So, you know, that's why like Hammock interests me, but I haven't looked into it enough to, you know, to justify. I don't know. I just haven't spent the time to research it. I'm just so focused on what I'm doing, and I feel like I can cross list relatively fast. So
I've got the timing down with my VA. So I submit my listings on the app usually between 10 and 11 p.m. And let's say I go to bed at 1. By the time I'm going to bed at 1, I'll already have at least 3 or 4 drafts ready in eBay.
Okay.
And once I push them live on eBay, that sends the VA a notification that the listing was good enough for me to post it live on eBay. So then they begin cross listing.
Okay.
Since they're using the same information on the platforms. Now, obviously, the pricing they do differently on the platforms based off of however you sign up. But I mean, me personally, I've tell, if anybody's watched any of the Hammock videos or any of the little Instagram stories I do, I have a brick and mortar business I run, 8 kids. Like, listing takes up way too much time for me. So I would rather spend the time that I've spent tonight instead of just sitting here. I'm cleaning shoes. I'll take the photos tomorrow, and all of this will be listed by tomorrow night, and I won't have to do any of the listing.
That's true.
So, and it works for me because time is like my main thing that I don't have enough of.
I mean, I think everybody realistically wants more time. Like, if I could get more time to source and not have to sit here and list until 2 or 3 in the morning, then, you know, I would probably take that too. I just haven't found any relisting, cross-listing platform that works with my business model, because it just takes so freaking long.
Yeah, and my main thing, like, I think the reason they like messing with me so much and having me do content is because I don't have that BS salesman filter. So like I'll talk to people in the DMs and I'll tell them straight up, I'm like, how many listings do you do a month? And they're like, oh, I do about 50. I'm like, Hammock's not going to be good for you. Like, it's not worth it. Like 50 listings in a month, that's nothing. Like, you should be doing that by yourself. And please don't sign up with Hammock, because you're going to hate it. Also, this is a new startup, basically, 8 months old. They did just get a big chunk of funding, which is pretty awesome. So a lot of new things are coming in the works, but you're going to have growing pains. And then also the first week is rough because you're training somebody to list your business.
Right.
And so like, that's the main thing I keep telling people is like, you're basically giving the keys to your eBay store and your Poshmark and your Mercari and your Amazon. And I mean, any what's crazy about Hammock, a little sidetrack, is any platform you can think of, they will list on. Which is nuts to me. Like, wait, I can have somebody list on Depop so I don't have to deal with vintage kids? No offense, vintage kids, if there's any in the chat. The ones here in Houston have kind of ruined you guys for me. So I think it's pretty cool that there's like it's an app, which is awesome. I
think the app part of it is what's most appealing to me. Like I run my entire business from my phone. So
yeah, and you can You
I'm
can
not.
take.
I don't even know how to use. I barely even know how to use eBay from my computer, other than for certain things, because I literally do everything from my phone.
The reason I've never done lives is because I literally just use my phone. I'm on my phone right now for this. I use my computer to print labels. That's it.
Yeah.
So I've been scared to go live because I'm already disabled over here. So trying to like pay attention to people and read a chat, I feel like I'm going to get lost. But I've heard, and I tried it out today because I downloaded iRuin, whatever it is. I can pull up StreamYard on my computer and use my phone as my camera and my audio, but use my big screen to see all the chat. And
Yeah.
so try that. As long as I plug the USB into the phone and into the computer, there's no lag. But yeah, I like the fact that Hammett has an app, and once they get that camera or the white background setting to where it's similar to Photo Room, being able to literally pull up the app and take the photos directly in the app and them automatically be good to go instead of having to, crop, edit. They're already set 1-to-1. The white background will eliminate all the good stuff. So you can literally take photos anywhere. I think personally, it's going to be a game changer, whether I was on payroll or not, which again, I'm not for the most part. The way that I'm structured with him, because I actually have to do work in order to receive any sort of income. It's not just given to me, which I like, because I like working for things. But if Dawn wants to give me some free soap, I mean, but seriously, I buy the big jug of Dawn from like Costco or Sam's, and you can clean 1,000 pairs of shoes for like $4. So
yeah, basically.
I don't care what new shoe cleaner comes out. It's never going to top that I can clean 1,000 shoes for $2.
Yeah. I haven't seen a comment in about 5 minutes since 1:58. So can you guys hear us? Did we freeze or anything? Are we good? Just want to make sure that the live didn't stop or something, because
we just talking to ourselves.
Probably.
Yeah.
The last comment I see was Greg saying something. So
yeah.
I just want to make sure people are probably just working, hopefully. But I'll probably cut it off in a little bit here, because I do want to get some sleep. But
yeah, I got a full day of pest control, but I got 9 shoes cleaned so far, so that's awesome. It's not listing, but there's 9 clean shoes. That's awesome.
I got a bunch of stuff listed between Joey's live and this one, so I'm happy, and I'm still listing right now. So
do you this is just a shoe. Do you pick up Air Max if they're not they're not flawed, but you know what I'm talking about, like the paint's chipping?
Yeah, I'll pick them up. Air Max 90s sell great.
I see people like today I got this pair and this pair from the same store because people were passing on them because of the chipping, and I'm like, man, there's a whole community of people that'll buy these for $40 because they customize shoes.
Yep, 100%. I mean, it's the same thing with Air Monarchs. Like, people skip Air Monarchs, and I love selling them.
I sold 2 pair this week. I think I have so I found this new rack in the trash, so that was pretty awesome. It holds 16 pairs, so that's cool.
Nice.
My first pair of no bulls ever, and they're like the lumberjack edition.
Oh, sweet. Those look like Pendleton shoes almost.
Yeah, I thought they were bowling shoes, and then I saw that no bull on the side, and I was like, no way, I finally get to say I got a pair. Brooks and New Balance seem to be like my bread and butter.
Brooks are great.
Nobody really pays attention to Brooks or Asics here, especially at the bins. Like,
that's so weird.
The cool thing about the bins, and again, hopefully no one in Houston is on this chat, but so we have the Haitians as well, but then we have obviously the large Hispanic community at the bins that sell at the flea markets. They typically only source shoes size 9 and under.
Wow.
So I can walk in, everybody's fighting at a new row that just opened, and I can walk over to the row on the farthest side of the store where there's a shoe bin, and it'll have size 10, 11, 12, 13, and I'll pick up 5 or 6 pairs so that people just leave because they're too big. So I sell a lot of large size shoes. I'm always sending photos to a Dean over at Hustle and Hooks. I'm like, yo, I just picked up some size 15 monsters. You want them?
Pirate's Prayer said he found a pair of no bulls on Saturday for $1, size 13. I love that.
Nice. So like these I just got. Oh, look at these things. They almost made my shoe rack fall down. Size 15. Oh, they don't even fit in the frame. Nike Zoom. Nobody wanted them because they're size 15. They're the ACG ZM Terradomes. They're massive.
Nice. Yeah, I love the ACG boots.
I mean, they are huge, but they sell for like 100 plus. I don't care what size they are.
Yeah, I mean, a Dean Hustle and Hooks is like a size 16 shoe or something like that.
Yeah, so
I mean, and he buys Hokas like once or twice a year.
Yeah, he bought a pair of Air Force One lows off of from me. I found some bright red ones. I just sold Flyknit racers. Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's a great model to sell.
That's the other thing. As I find shoes at the bins that people pass on that have no laces, they won't buy them if they're not complete.
David, have a great night, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Achilles 19, new name I don't recognize, but said, how many items have you listed today? Let me finish this listing and I'll look. I haven't really been keeping track, but I got a whole pile of stuff over here.
My answer is 10. I'm doing 10 a day every day in May.
I mean, I gotta be over 20 at least. But I will look in just a second here.
I love when I get that backup email. So you get the one email that says your item sold, and then you get the backup one that says the payment's confirmed.
Yeah, nice. I made a couple sales since I've been live, which I'm happy about. So I just sold a pair of sandals on Poshmark for $30.
It's funny. The first thing I do in the morning when after I hit my alarm is I immediately pull up eBay.
I think every reseller does that.
Yeah, it's like I don't go to social media. I literally go to eBay, and then if I have sales or offers, I'll literally lay in bed and do all that before I get out.
Yeah.
That way I can like start my day with like a cha-ching.
Yeah, exactly. Rec Kilo says the only thing I hate about shoes without the original insoles. I would say no, don't pick them up without the insoles unless they're certain brands. Like I will pick up Brooks, Hoka's, On Clouds, and mostly running shoes. I will pick up certain brands though. Like I won't pick up Asics without insoles because there's just too many Asics out there, too many models. But like, On Clouds, Clifton's only on 7, the Clifton 7. So it's like, I'll pick up a pair of Hoka's, but I mean, there's so many Asics out there that to me, it's not worth it. But because I don't like selling $20 shoes, but I can sell a pair of Hoka's without insoles for $60-$70 if they're in good condition.
I was telling that to Dixon's Pixins today because he picked up some Hoka's for $1 that had some scuff around the up here in this area. It gets a little torn or bit up.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, you could still probably sell those for like $25. And literally like 20 minutes later, I sold a pair that I had for $25 that had that damage. And I sent him a screenshot. I was like, you just put it in the description and put a picture that it's flawed.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a shoe that's like got any kind of flaw, but it doesn't really mess it up, I just put read with an asterisk or I put flawed with an asterisk at the end of my title. And I've never had a return or somebody say, hey, these are messed up. I'm like, well, yeah, it's in the title.
So to answer this question, like Nike Flyknits, for example, most of the Nike running shoes, the size is on the insole. So that's usually why I don't pick those up. If it's on the tongue tag, depending on the colorway and the condition, I'll pick them up. But if it's most of the running shoes, that tag is on the insole. So if you don't know the size, you can't really sell it. So I will pass on those.
Yeah, usually if a shoe doesn't have a size on it, I won't get it because I don't want to do the guessing game and then deal with a return.
Yep.
But running shoes, generally, you're safe without the insole. Take a photo, make sure it's in your description that there's no insole. And then we actually just buy replacement insoles in bulk, and I will just add like a pack just in case and just say, free insoles. If it's a real runner, they're not going to use them anyway because they have some custom orthotic. But, it just I really do it just so I can get the feedback.
Yeah, I don't go to that extreme. I either will pick them up and list it or not.
We get the insoles and the laces so cheap. It's just like sometimes I'll sell a pair of Nikes and they'll have white laces, but I know they look better with black, so I'll throw in a pair of free black ones too. Just again, most people like chase the listing number, the active listings on eBay. I chase the feedback. Like I want that 1,000.
Congrats, Frugal Monster. Tommy said he sold a lot of shoes without inserts. Nice. Mama Girl said, I've noticed a lot of listings that do not even say the word shoe in the title. Why are people doing this?
They're trying to, they don't understand keywords on eBay, but they are new. A lot of people I see, they'll put like sneaker, shoe. They'll like try to put every word and then it just clutters up the title. It looks horrible. But yeah, you have to have shoe or shoes in it. I think I ruined the for me, for right now, I've ruined the amputee market on eBay. It's so flooded now. I was selling like 2 single shoes a week. And now it's down to like maybe 2 a month.
I've never really been big into the amputee thing. I have Vomero 12s with no inserts and they are stamped on the arch. Interesting. I did not know that.
I think with the way I got into the single shoe or the amputee selling was because I would find an amazing pair of like a single dunk. And I'm like, this is like part of a $200 pair of shoes. Somebody has probably scuffed their left one and would be willing to replace it. But as far as like run of the mill, like, if it's just a regular pair of Asics, I pass on it. It has to be like a shoe that I know a sneakerhead would probably be like, oh man, I scuffed my left one. I need a new one. Or somebody will just put in a display. You know how they sell that weird thing where you can put a shoe in it and it looks like it's hovering?
Mm-hmm.
Like people will buy that just so they can put that in there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Andrea Garcia says, newbie here, been sourcing for a month and have about 75 items to list. However, I just learned I will be restricted to only 10 listings. Yikes. So the first thing you can do is you can call eBay, and most of the time they'll increase it right off the bat, but it's usually like, I think like a week or so, like you can only list 10. It's been so long since that's happened to me because I've been selling for over 2 years now, but usually it's a week. They limit it to make sure that you're not like, I think that's kind of what happened to Greg, Rocky Mountain Reseller, which is why he can't sell on eBay anymore, was because he was listing and selling so much in like the first week or two that they banned his account because they thought he was scamming people or something like that. So you can just purchase like one of the like store subscriptions, which you probably don't need. Your best bet is just to call eBay and say like, hey, I have 75 items I want to list. Can I get my thing increased? And they should do it for you. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Another thing you could do is list 10 immediately so you're full and then call them.
Yep, that's a good idea too. All right, I'm going to list one more pair of shoes and then I think I'm going to call it for the night. So
cool. Usually the night times when I try to get most of my work done because like the kids are passed out and it's quiet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
that's when I do a lot of my YouTube like what I call in-office footage is done during this time, but it just appears to be daytime.
Yeah.
It's all about blending.
Where is the other one? What the heck? There it is. I found these today. These Air Up Tempos.
Oh, those are the ones that somebody was trying to blackmail you about?
Yeah, exactly. These are the shoes he was trying to blackmail me on. So, but I paid $9.98 for these.
Awesome.
At a thrift, and I should be able to get probably 100.
That's
so,
and
they're all black. They don't need to be cleaned. They're in good shape. I mean,
if it's
what can you ask for?
If it's a shoe like that, like everybody wants up tempos. I always try to price it over 100 so I can avoid that listing, that final value fee.
I just list them higher too to avoid the low ballers like that are going to waste my time, because I could probably sell these instantly for $59.99 plus shipping.
Yep.
you know, and I only paid $10 for them, it would be a great sale. But
I did that with these today. These all black Hirachis.
yeah,
I listed them for $59.99 and they sold immediately. And I was like, I should have looked these up.
I mean, I feel like Hirachis, that's about the right price. You
Yeah.
might have just had the right size and the right buyer at the right time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I'm only in $3.80, so I'm still happy.
Knucklehead said, "You have any sports card listing tips?" Not really. I don't sell a lot of sports cards, unfortunately.
I used to, this is probably the worst idea, but I used to just throw them in when I sold like vintage stuff. Like if I sold a vintage t-shirt, I just throw a vintage card in with it, like as my thank you. Kids used to eat that up, but now I just have all these cards here. Just I don't do anything with them.
Kids used to eat that up.
Yeah. It's so weird to me to like talk to these kids at the bins with their 3 shirts that they've been there 6 hours to find.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey, like the example that comes to my mind is I walked in and I literally went to the first, I said, what's up to him. I went to the first bin and I pulled out a denim jacket that had Dances with Wolves on the back. It was actually like a promo movie jacket that they gave to the prop department. And I'm like, how long you been here? And he's like, 5 hours. I'm like, you got anything? He's like, nah, man, it's dead. And I'm like, this jacket was literally in the bin in front of you. And there's been 4 that have sold in the last 90 days for $90. What's Dances with Wolves? I'm like, oh my God.
They just don't understand. Like,
well, it's not a bit. They're not looking at it as a business. It's a clout thing. If I want to be a vintage influencer, not a vintage reseller.
Well, what's crazy to me too is like a lot of vintage t-shirts, like they're not worth that much money. Like you can't, there's only probably 5 or 6 Orlando Magic t-shirts, like vintage ones, that will sell for over $100.
Yep.
You know, most vintage Orlando Magic shirts are going to sell for like $20 to $30.
Yeah. It's a real cutthroat. That's why I kind of got away from it. Like if something falls in my lap, yeah, I'm going to grab it, but I'm not going to spend 6 hours at the bins and walk out with 3 items. That's just not my business model.
Yeah. Wow, these are listed. These are selling for a lot higher than I expected.
Well, yeah, they're all, dude, murdered out, or that's what we call them. Murdered out shoes are very, very, very expensive, especially the air up tempos.
I mean, we're talking about they're selling for like 120 to 199.
Yeah, so you should.
I mean, I guess I'm just going to list high and shoot for the moon. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, do like 149.99.
Yeah, mine do have a couple of flaws, like on the side right there. There's like a little bit of a like scuffing, I guess you could say. But
since they're black on black, like unless somebody's like really in your foot, you're not going to see that.
Yeah.
I actually have a guy that I sell. I wouldn't call them beaters, but I flawed shoes like that. Not like that one, but
yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, he'll buy them in bulk. He restores. So it's a cool little thing because if I find like a pair that I'm like, man, I don't want to leave these in the bins because I know they're like vintage but I can't resell them, then I'll do it. Well, there's my head nod. Good night. No. I can hear the baby, so.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. I'm going to finish this listing and I'm going to head out anyway. So, Elmer Clark, have a good night. And then Chris, thanks for stopping by. Guys, make sure you go follow Flip the World TX on Instagram and YouTube. Go subscribe to his channel. He posts some funny stuff, man. You guys, he's got some underrated content for sure. So
I'm the jackass of reselling. Babe, I'm like the Bam Margera of you.
Yeah, there you go.
But without the habit.
All right, man. Well, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with me and getting some work done. Appreciate the company.
Oh, thanks for having me on, man. Y'all take care.
All right. See you, man. All right, guys. I'm listing these up tempos pretty high, and we'll see what happens. And then gonna call it a night. So. Just typing in my description here. I'm gonna list these for, I think, like what Chris said. I think I'm gonna put them at like $149.99 and see what happens. So, I hope I didn't miss anything, but nice, bro. Nice seeing you. I will subscribe. Yeah, cool. Craig, are you going live next? Says Tracy. I don't think there's any other pairs listed in my size, so I'm gonna list them a little bit higher. I think like $169.99 and just see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, I lower the price, but there was like none listed in size 11 and a half, so we'll see. I think they're in overall really good condition. There's like no rips or tears, so we'll see. All right, I'm gonna cross list these and then I'm going to bed, guys. I hope you all, there's 70 people in the chat still hanging out at 2:22 in the morning. Hope you had a productive evening. Hope you were able to be entertained and kept some company. So, there we go. Men, shoes, athletic, size. All right, these are cross-posted to Poshmark, guys. So I am going to call it a night. Thanks to everybody who hung out. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for all of the support that you guys give me. I know I don't go live much. I'm usually live with Joey. But I really appreciate everybody who came on the live, or not came on live, but came into the channel and hung out. You guys are awesome. I hope you got some work done and have a great rest of your week. See you guys in my next video. Go check out my last video at Disney, a What Sold video. It was a lot of fun to make. Go leave a comment and hit the thumbs up button for me, and I'd appreciate it. See you guys next time. Have a great night. Bye.